It's your favorite panel for Sunday. It's the Battle of the Sexes crew. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everyone is doing well. We've got Miss Andrea Lynch, Mr. Real Talk 87, Mama Goddess, and E Black TV. How's everybody doing? We hope you guys are doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Please do not forget to hit those thumbs up on your way in. And please, if you can share out this live, then please feel free to do so at any time. So as per usual, how we start the live is we're all going to give our opinions and our points on tonight's topic. And then once we all have done that, I will open up the floor to everybody else that is in the chat that may want to come and join us up here on the screen and to battle it out. So tonight's topic, wait, hold on. Is everybody good today?
Yes.
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Purple Paisley, for sharing us out. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much. First of all, I do have to say a disclaimer. Today's show is not to upset anybody or to discriminate against anybody. This is a loving and safe place where we are just here to give our opinions on what has happened this week and last week and just talk it out. Let's see how we feel about it. How do people feel about it? Okay. So tonight's topic of discussion is let me open it up. Did DaBaby cross the line with the LGBTQ community? Should he be cancelled? So for those of you that have been living under a rock, DaBaby was at a concert and he made some remarks that have upset the LGBTQ community. And I hope I'm getting that correct. He upset the community with what he said. And he has come out, he has publicly apologized. However, I don't feel that people have accepted his apology. And it looks like a lot of people that work with him are now canceling him and are no longer wanting to work with him on certain projects and things that he had lined up, or even past things that have happened. So, and this includes celebrities and everything else. So, we're going to talk about it. Who would like to go first? Wow. This happens every week.
I'll go first.
Okay. Come on, Tito.
I will first start off by saying that his remarks were ignorant, irrelevant. I don't think he needed to say what he said, but in the same breath, he is a rapper, and these are the types of things that rappers say and do. He's always been this way. He's always been outspoken from the limited knowledge that I know about him and his music. I don't really listen to his music. I mean, there are some hits that I listen to, but even in the songs that he raps about, or the things that he raps about, it doesn't surprise me that he would say something like this. So I feel like the LGBTQ community, and I love you all. I love everyone all the same. No one gets any other love from me, and it's a shame that I even have to have a disclaimer at this point, but because of the cancel culture, because how sensitive America is now, I have to say this. I feel like the LGBTQ
can't even say the name.
Is sensitive, a little bit too sensitive when it comes to topics of these types of things. I feel like they're going to be outraged about what he said about, the HIV and the men giving head and all that type of thing, all that kind of thing, type of thing. If they're going to be outraged about that, then they also need to be outraged about his music overall. And I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah, and Purple Paisley did say DaBaby shouldn't be canceled, but he's going to pay for his mistakes.
Yeah. I don't think he should be canceled. I don't think he should be canceled.
Okay, well, I don't think he should be canceled, but damn it, I want him to lose some of his sponsors then. How about that with his ignorant ass? shit. Like sometimes you just need to watch what you say. Okay, if you're gonna be on stage and say stuff like that, what you should be saying is you worry about everybody else. What are you doing in your bedroom? Okay, and on your lyrics. I'm just saying, since you worry about everybody else, and you know, I'm the ignorance of him makes me irritated. Okay, so I said, talk what you talk. You're gonna got some consequences. You're losing some of your sponsors and some of your stuff, and that's good for you. Next time, keep your mouth shut, and we be responsible for you. Say some stupid shit. How about that? I'm done.
How do you really feel, Andrea?
How about that?
She's warming up. She's warming up.
She's just getting started, honey.
Okay.
Dre, you want real talk? You want to go first? Okay. All right. Well, I guess this is another example of how Black men are being censored from speaking anything of their minds. If you really listen to what he first said, hey, if you don't have any HIV or venereal diseases, put a light up. Then he goes to say, women, if you do not have clear vagina, put your light up. Then he goes and says, if you're not having fellatio in the parking lot with other men, put your light ups. There's nothing wrong with the statement. There's literally nothing wrong. They're conjuncturing different points. And this is to tell you that as long as a Black man speaks out his mind, he will be persecuted in America. There are organizations that will totally put their full forth effort into a Black man being canceled. This is cancel culture at its finest. I'm sorry. He didn't say too much of anything that was warranted any of the response that he's getting. Now, if you want to talk about men in cars having fellatio, hey, whatever. If you want to talk about HIV and venereal diseases in a concert of 100,000, yes, there's probably people with HIV and venereal diseases. But the fact of the matter is this does not warrant the response. This is the systematic system of a Black man being taken down because he's speaking out about his issues. They do not want us to speak about our issues. They want us to be docile and not have any voice and any cultural standing. This is a systematic cancel culture, and this has to be stopped.
Thank you. Thank you so much, E Black, for filling us in.
Yes, just let us know how you feel today, okay?
Mm-hmm. Real talk, Eddie said.
First of all, I'm about sick of this generation that we're living in. I'm like extremely sick of it. Listen, what DaBaby said is nowhere close to what people used to say back then. Even 10, 20 years ago, what people said. Monique was on stage, made a joke about gays and called them faggots. All right. Bernie Mac was on stage, called his own nephew a faggot. Nobody was up in arms about that. Nobody. But DaBaby comes out and says some shit not even remotely close to what Bernie Mac or Monique said, and everybody's tripping on him. Everybody want to cancel him. Nobody wants to work with him no more. Why? It is not that serious, and it was not directed at anybody, not even the LGBT community, to be honest with you. So this generation is just sensitive. They need to grow their nuts back like they was actually intact, I guess, 10 years ago. They was intact then. Now in 2021, everybody won't act like they ain't got no damn nuts. Like, come on, stop. It's not that serious. That's what I got to say.
Well, I guess I'll give my 2 cents in on this topic. You guys already know I don't necessarily believe in cancel culture. However, I don't think that he should necessarily be canceled. I do believe that if you are a public figure, you have an extremely high responsibility to act a certain way when you are dealing with the public, which is why they call publicists. This is why you pay these people, right? And you have some training in what's okay to say, believe that
She
if you want
freeze.
to be
Yeah.
in, am I frozen?
Nah, you good now. You good now.
Okay. I do want to say that if you are a public figure, I just think that you need to be held to some kind of level of responsibility, and you need to take it seriously. You need to take your role as a public figure seriously, because there's a lot of people that you're impressing. There's a lot of people that take what you say for God, for word. You know, you're impressing. There's a lot of youngsters that are looking up to you as a role model, and I don't think that certain things that are said publicly are acceptable, nor should they be said. Now, what you feel, if that's your true feelings, no one cares. Like, tell your friends, your true friends behind closed doors know how you feel. Speak to them, your friends, your family, and stuff like that. But your public platform, you're going to start messing with your money when you start doing that. And that's exactly what has happened in this situation. You know, you need to take that seriously. And I just don't think a public platform is a place to do that. I don't care how real you want to be, how you want to keep it real. You want to be down and dirty. You want to be the one that everybody loves because you just speak your mind. No, because when you're offending people, that definitely is just unacceptable. I don't think that anybody should be here to offend anyone, and you should be using your public platform to do so. And I think that's disgusting, regardless. And I think anyone that does it, I'm not even just talking about DaBaby, I'm talking about everybody. Like, anyone that has done it or does do it on their platform, it's degrading, it's disgusting, and it's despicable, if you ask me. So that's how I feel about it.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Please, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Listen, everybody is mad about these comments. DaBaby said, and it's really only because it somehow offended the gay community, the LGBTQIA positive XYZ community. It offended them. All right, they were offended. But if you listen to DaBaby's music, hold on, whoa, don't no. Let me rock real quick. All right, thank you. If you listen to DaBaby's music, and really 90% of the mainstream rappers out here now, how many times do these rappers call these women bitches and hoes and thoughts and tricks, and nobody's up in arms about that? That's more offensive. Whoa, hold on. Whoa, I'm not done. Nobody is up in arms about that. Nobody wants to cancel them behind that, but they want to cancel DaBaby because he said, well, throw your lighters up if you wouldn't sucking dick a minute ago out in the parking lot. Throw your lighters up if you don't have HIV, but they don't get mad when he calls a woman a bitch and a hoe. Why?
That's not true.
Why?
That's true.
That is true. No, Andrea, you might be mad that DaBaby does that, but ain't nobody out here canceling DaBaby or any other rapper who's calling these women bitches. Nobody. Ain't nobody doing it. And don't lie and say that they are. They're not.
And that's and what I say to that is they're part of the problem too, because when y'all think that is okay to degrade women, you're part of the problem too, and you think it's okay. So stop buying. I don't buy Baby's music. I don't listen. I don't know what the hell he's saying. How about that? Okay, I don't listen to his shit. Okay, stop what he's saying.
I'm with you, Andrea.
I don't know what his lyrics is, so I don't listen to stuff to degrade women.
Okay,
I don't want us to. I'm sorry. I don't want us to confuse male chauvinisticness with disrespectful of women. Sometimes as men, we will say, hey, we love to F females. There is nothing wrong with saying I love to have sex with females. Y'all get that confused, and if we say it in a vulgar manner, y'all want to cancel us on that. I don't think that's even a cancelable thing. I'm sorry. But since we on this topic, y'all, I really think we need to check this cancel culture, because this is outrageous. Because we're literally watching a man get dismantled based on a faux group. There is no gay community. There is just people living in America. And how are you going to cancel people based on this ideology that nobody prescribes to? I'm sorry. It's cap, and it's all cap for me.
Well, it is a gay community. The last time I checked, they got all these letters behind their asses, so it is a gay community. The last time I checked, okay, and I'm just being honest. They got all these letters behind them, so it's a gay community. It's real out here, and I know that. Okay, so I'm confused about that. What you said, but I just didn't like when he said HIV, because HIV and the gay community now is an everybody community.
I'm glad you said that.
He never equated gay community with
didn't.
HIV.
No, he didn't.
He literally went from HIV, venereal diseases, to women who have unclear vaginas. Then he conjectured to the male sexuality. There's no correlation towards gay and HIV. I think this is totally a reach by people who are in power who just really want to see the black man be silenced.
That was a huge
I don't
reach.
understand that, because what would your response be to, for instance, Kanye West pulling his record with him?
Yes,
he's a black man against another black man, so I don't.
And Magic Johnson had contact.
The reason why Kanye did that was because if he didn't do it, he'll get backlash for working with DaBaby. That's the only reason why he did it.
Well, Magic Johnson
That's the
had
only reason why.
with Baby too. Magic Johnson have got in contact with Baby too. Okay, so obviously he like, yeah, Magic Johnson
had what?
in contact with Baby too.
Yeah,
so
that's because he has HIV. What's your point?
The point is everybody feels like it's wrong what he said. So obviously, baby is ignorant. At the end of the day,
okay,
Baby.
So hold on. Just because everybody feel like DaBaby was wrong, then he was wrong. But everybody wanted to crucify Jesus too. So was Jesus wrong? Everybody wanted to crucify him. Was he wrong? Answer that, Andrea. I'm just saying.
Baby's on a platform. He's on a platform in public.
Jesus was on a platform. Jesus was on a platform. What's the difference?
Jay Will said the only reason DaBaby got cancelled is because he didn't know that a lot of his fan base was LGBTQ.
But no, he knew that. He sat there and said he knew that. They were.
He said he has gay fans, and his fans know that that they're being responsible when they're doing their due. So that's why that was his reason why he said what he said. But ladies, I'm sorry, but I'm have to be with the fellas again tonight on this.
Of course you are.
Of course you are. We okay with that?
It's you can't. I was talking to my partner about this, and he said something that made sense too. Like, you can't rely on somebody like a rapper to be the one to look to for like advice or say the right thing. Rappers are disrespectful. That's the whole rap culture.
So does that make it okay?
It doesn't make it okay. It has to be
like
okay.
It sounds like
it's okay.
It hasn't been okay in the whole rap culture, but this is what rap is, and it's been acceptable over the decades of rap. So rap has always been disrespectful. Regardless of how you want to look at it, how you want to chop it down and say he said, he shouldn't have said, whatever, it's what rappers do. Rappers disrespect women all the time. Rappers always talking about somebody's mamas. Rappers are always talking about faggots or gays. Like, rappers are always talking about shooting people, killing people, money, drugs, sex. All of it is disrespectful. It's always been that. So to tell DaBaby that he needs to, it's what he does. Like, it hasn't been.
Oh yeah, you messing up, Shanita.
I mean, we getting canceled on the show. We getting canceled on live right now. That's
the point. This is my point. Like, since like the early 90s, since rappers started disrespecting women, yes, at first women were up in arms about it, but then they started to accept rappers doing this shit. They started to accept it, and they're still doing it to this day. They do everything. They disrespect women. They talk about killing other dudes. They talking about fucking somebody else's baby mamas and all this shit. Nobody's upset about that, but they're upset about this one instance where he's talking about gay people.
And I feel like the only reason why
about that, though.
Yeah,
I feel like the only reason people are up in arms is because the gay community has something to say. But
I really don't think the gay community really has anything to do with this.
But they made it their problem, so that's why it's big. Like, because they talked about HIV, and because he didn't even say, like you said, E-Black, they didn't say, he wasn't directing his comments to the community. He was just saying, if you're not, fellas, if you're not in the parking lot sucking dick, put your light in the air. And then, like Mayhem Morgan said, the DJ said too, hey, because some of y'all out here sus. Because they are.
Okay, but what's the purpose of saying that? What do you get out of saying that?
And out here sucking dick in the parking lot. Like, that's what they do. There are a lot of, they're still today in 2021 undercover brothers.
Exactly. And that's so, hold on, Andrea, hold on.
What is the purpose of saying that? What do you get?
Listen, hold on, V. Let me say this.
He always says stuff like that. He said in his, it wasn't an apology video, but in his explanation, he said, I'm always saying stuff like this all the time in my concerts, so it's nothing new for me to say something like this. He had said something related to the women, like if you got good credit or if you got, you know, this, like he just always has something to say so people can put their light up in the air. Like he called it a
call and response.
Call and response. And that's exactly what it was. This time he just said this, and he didn't think nothing of it, but here comes the LGBTQ community. They're like, oh no, it is not a gay disease. And how dare he say that? And he need to be more educated. And we're ready to cancel him. But it's like, he wasn't even talking about y'all like that. Y'all took it a whole nother direction.
Which is why, I'm sorry, let me just say this, which is why I truly, once we get to the topic of talking really deep diving in this, I really think this is not about the gay community. I really do.
And I don't really think it's too much about the gay community as in the whole community. I think it was mostly directed at the undercovers. You see what I'm saying? Because DaBaby, like if you out there openly gay, that's cool. Because I don't even have a problem with the gay community. I mean, if you're gay, be gay. Just be gay. My issue is the bisexuals. It's these men who are having sex with other men and then turn around having sex with women. That's how the HIV became not a gay disease. It became a heterosexual disease too, because you got bisexual men having sex with gay men and then turning around having sex with women. That's how women started catching HIV, and now it's a heterosexual disease as well. That's my issue with the bisexuals.
I will say this. Being gay is a lot to. Maybe not now. I don't know, because I'm not gay, so I can't really speak on it too much. But coming out and saying that you're gay is a big step for somebody who's been in the closet. And so they may have to be sucking dick in the parking lot and letting nobody know about it because they're just not comfortable being out, because you have to tell your parents. You got to get your parents' approval. You're scared of being shunned. You don't, you know.
You scared of being run out of town? You want to be town?
You want to be you. You want to, be who you are born to be, but it's hard because you're not going to be accepted among society. So I can understand that to a degree. However, it's a fact. If you can't kind of have it both ways, like you either are or you're not. You can't really get offended if somebody is. That's like me saying, like he say, okay, if you a skinny bitch, put your phone in the air. I can't be like, well, he said nothing about fat bitches. Like, it's what he said. It's a fact. It is what it is. Like,
I agree. I totally agree with what you're saying.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not sorry. I apologize, but these are my thoughts.
No need to apologize. I think you should be held to a certain standard if you're a public figure. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to stand by that. And I don't care whether you're white, Puerto Rican, Asian. I don't give a who you are, where you come from, gay, straight. It don't matter. Bisexual. It don't matter. I don't give a damn. Okay. If you're a public figure, there's just certain things you should not be allowed to say. And quite frankly, if people are going to start getting canceled over it, so be it. This is your fault. You did that.
Yep.
Your ass could still be making money. You could still be
that
making
is silly.
money.
That
is terrible.
No,
that is terrible.
That is silly. No, I'm telling you why it's silly. It's silly because you're trying to, Andrea, listen, it's silly because y'all are really trying to hold rappers to a standard. Y'all ain't never held them to a standard before, ever. Y'all never held these rappers to a standard. Now all of a sudden, because he speaks about so-called gays, which I don't even think he really was, all of a sudden y'all up in arms about the shit. That's silly.
I don't think this is the first time people have been up in arms about stuff that.
Listen, hold on.
From a public
Tupac.
figure. I think
listen,
people have said
everybody's
things in the past and been upset about it.
V, everybody's favorite rapper, Tupac, has said something about gays in the past. Nobody was up in arms about that because it was Tupac. All right, now DaBaby said something about gays, and all of a sudden everybody pissed off about it.
No,
I will say.
Go
I
ahead,
will
Chanel.
say DaBaby hadn't been in the game long enough to make this type of statement, so he should fall back a little bit.
So wait. Hold on, man.
Whoa,
Let me,
Janita, that's not.
Let's address what.
Hear me out.
I understand. Let's address what Mama's saying. I want her to go deeper into that.
Hear me out. Now he hasn't been in the game long enough, like like Tupac, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, like all of the OGs. They haven't been in the game long enough. However, it is still the rap culture, and that's what the rap culture does. They disrespect the hell out of everybody. Like everybody can get this work, you know what I mean? But I feel like DaBaby could have waited a little bit to, say how he really feels, because
it doesn't make it right.
But how long though? Because listen,
it's not a right and wrong thing in this whole situation. Like it's rap. It doesn't make it right, but it's just rap.
My thing is about.
So we should just allow rappers to.
We just allow them to.
No, because you allow them to call y'all bitches.
Okay.
Listen, my thing is.
Soon as when they start calling black niggas bums because y'all ain't doing shit.
They do call niggas bums. They do call them bums. They do call niggas bums.
They call niggas bums. They say that he.
They call niggas bums all the damn time. They
rap. People rap. I don't listen to much rap, but the rap that I do listen to, especially in today's time, even back then, like back in the 90s when we were growing up, like it was disrespectful then. Like it's not okay, but we've made it okay because we haven't done much fighting over it. There was one woman, and I'll shout this out to to Logic. He did make a reference with a woman back in the 90s or early 2000s who was trying to do a lawsuit against one of the rappers about them disrespecting women. And she was trying to get the rappers to stop disrespecting women because of how the rap culture is. But because she's a woman, nobody really heard her and the case was dismissed. Today's time, you're still trying to get rappers to stop being disrespectful. This is not going to work. As long as we keep buying their music, streaming their music, listen to them, stuff like that, and supporting what they do, they're still gonna rap about it. And if you don't want to listen to it, then just don't listen to it. I'm
sorry, but the whole point of free expression in America is about being able to consume products that you feel that you have necessary, you want. I'm sorry. There's no space in which you can say that you have to modify your behavior or modify your speech to fit a certain audience. But I understand there are repercussions for that. But at the same time, this is nothing to do with the gay community. This is not to do with the gay community. This is about industries putting agendas on African-American men with voices that sell records, and they want to make sure that they get put in line. This is all about the black man.
Okay. So just taking it off the rappers for one split second. So the way your past president was talking to people and immigrants, for instance, that was acceptable. That people
your
shouldn't be
past
up in arms
president
about that either.
Who was your past president? Who was
Not
that?
mine. I'm talking about Trump.
No,
that was your president too.
We're talking about two different.
No,
it's two different.
No,
it's two different. You're talking about rap culture. Then you're talking about the leader of rap culture.
No, leaders. I'm not saying
leaders are held to a certain standard, but rappers, they're entertainment. We're not looking to our leaders to entertain us. We're looking at rappers to entertain us, but our leaders.
And that's the thing. That's the thing, Shanita.
Are following our rappers.
No, hold on, Shanita. Listen.
No. How many kids are following our rappers?
But whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
How many kids?
Whose fault is that?
Okay, so
thank you.
Acceptable, so we should accept it because it's rap culture. It's always been done this way.
Hold on. This is the problem.
To do things. This is how we should just all accept accepted.
This is the problem.
So
this is the problem right here. No. Hold on, V. V, this is the problem. This is the problem, V. The problem is we as a black community, I'm not talking about any of us on the panel, but as a whole, the black community, we look at rappers and entertainers as our leaders. And we can't do that. We need to stop doing that dumb shit. They are not our leaders. They are just plain ass rappers. That's all they are. They're gonna say disrespectful shit.
But hold
on, Andrea, and whose fault is that? That's the parents' fault. They let them kids listen to that shit. That's their fault. They ain't the rapper's fault.
You can sometimes you can't always blame parents.
You think they're gonna listen to you?
What?
You can't always blame the parents because kids do what they want.
Why you can't?
They'll sneak behind their parents' back and do what
they can, but guess what? If
the parents don't know what these kids are wearing to school half the time. Shit. What you talking about?
And that's their fault that they don't know what the fuck they wearing to school. That's their damn fault. How ain't their fault that they don't know what they wearing to school?
You just do that all the time. You're gonna start believing that shit is right.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. There is no forum that is better than the power of a parent. I don't care what is going on in the world. A parent is the most strongest influencer on a child. I'm sorry. I've been listening to rap music my whole life. I never wanted to sell a kilo. I never wanted to go on a drive-by.
That's you, E-Black.
Come on now. Y'all.
You might have but some of the other kids want to sell drugs, want to shoot up somebody.
But you know what, though?
That's impoverished behavior. That's poverty behavior.
What?
I think that's the reason why they would want to sell those type of things, because they live in those type of demographics where drugs and stuff is prevalent in the area.
Hold on. Before
to be out there selling drugs.
Before there was rap music talking about drugs, there was crime, crack, stabbings, death, destruction in any community. Rap music only highlighted that. Black people have been made the scapegoat for every single crime in America based on our expression. This is more and more censorship on our expression.
I mean, rappers pretty much talk about what's going on in their community. Some of the stuff is going on around them, what they grew up on. Sometimes their life is hard, and that's why they have to rap about it. I mean, it's not always a pretty picture. It's not always rainbows, sunshine and glitter. Their life, sometimes rappers have the life where it's hard. They grew up around drugs. They grew up around, their mama's getting slapped. They grew around abuse. They grew up around, poverty. So this is their outlet. That's what they rap about. Just like an R&B singer, when they start singing, they sing about things that matter to the heart, or sex, or stuff like that. If you're gonna hold DaBaby accountable for the things that he says and he raps about, then you need to hold every other rapper accountable for the things that they rap about.
That's the whole point. I don't listen.
But I want you to also. But another point that I want you to understand is this: that hip hop across the
I don't want to understand your point.
You go get it. But hip hop across the globe has been the global calling for the underprivileged. You look at every culture that has embraced hip hop, it's been the anti-culture of that main culture. You look at Chinese people who are expressing their culture. You look at people in Arabic community who embrace rap. They have been the counterculture to what systematically has been oppressing them. So they're mimicking what we've been doing. So we need to make a stand right now and say that no matter what, we have a voice. And you may not like that voice. You're going to respect it. And we'll be damned if we get suppressed by any of your oppressive systematic systems.
I don't like your voice and I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, we don't want to hear it.
Well, I agree with you, E-Black, and I love your opinion tonight. It matters a lot here, and it's wonderful.
What up, Logic? What up, Logic?
He has to let his thing go off the screen first.
What up, bro? What up, E-Black? Mama.
What up, Logic?
Andrea Lynch and G. You know what? Hey, I just want to say something. Hey, if I can say something real quick. It's crazy though, but I'm feeling Shanita vibes though. See, she made up a good point though.
Man, we've been converting Shanita show by show. I'm telling you.
I like that. I like that. But she made a good point, right? See, cancel culture is essentially if somebody do something that you don't like. See, nobody had a problem with them canceling the president of the United States. Now, because somebody said something that don't agree with you personally, then you have an issue with it. Because see, guess what? He could have said something totally different. But if you agree with it, he could have got there and said some shit like white supremacy. I hate white supremacists. But if you agree with that, then you agree his statement. You agree with his statement. But because he says something that you personally don't agree with, you think it's wrong. And that's sad. Hey, just imagine what kind of lifestyle you're going to leave for our kids if we allow this. Can't y'all just at least agree to this? This cancel culture is getting out of hand. Can you at least agree with that? That you can't say nothing that somebody don't agree with without risking being canceled? This is a black man that lost millions of dollars.
He should be respected.
I don't think it's about. I don't think it's necessarily about something that you just don't agree with. You know, me especially, I don't agree with half the things you men say all the time, but I still respect your opinion on what you want to give, right? And I still listen to what you have to say, but I don't necessarily agree with it. However, I just believe that there's a thin line. There isn't even a thin line. I just think when you're disrespectful, you're damn right disrespectful. Yeah. And that's just unacceptable. I don't think we need to cross that barrier. I think you can still say how you feel or say whatever you want to say without having to offend somebody. So that's where I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying that's where I cross the line. I just think that you do not have to offend.
Who did he offend?
And you don't
but you're not gonna get any product based on that standard, because if you talk about sex, then you're offending people who are virgin. If you're talking about extramarital thing, you're offending Christians. You're always gonna be offending somebody. When you get a crowd, when you get a crowd of 100,000 people, there are different sects of people who are gonna have different ideologies, and everything is gonna be offendable. But the purpose of going to a concert with people of different backgrounds is accepting that background. That's the American way, not the way that you're talking about.
You know what? And E-Black, what I want to say to that point too, you made a good point. When he was telling the women, you know, or telling everybody to put their light up in the air, where are the women whose pussies don't smell like water? Where's the outrage for that?
Are they offended? No.
Community who wants to be like, he's talking about us. He's going in about us. But
hey,
what about
why are those
like water?
Why are they not offended? Because no woman wants to speak, gonna be mad about that. Why? Because they'll be telling them themselves. I'm just saying.
It was still disrespectful at the end of the day.
Because not every woman's vagina smells like water. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. So where are the outrage of women whose vaginas don't smell like water? Okay,
where's that?
The LGBT community took it and ran with it and didn't want to cancel him. But where are those same women whose pussies don't smell like water? Where are they canceling him at all? What about those men who are, you know, sucking dick in the parking lot? Are they canceling him at all?
What?
Yeah, that's what he said. Look. He said to the dudes who ain't out there sucking dick in the parking lot.
In the parking lot, it don't bother me. I don't give a damn because I don't care what you're doing in the parking lot. And I don't care.
Why are those men not offended by that? Because they were probably sucking dick in the parking lot. So they're not offended because they were doing it. They're not offended.
Like I said, it has really nothing to do with the gay community. This is a systematic issue with black men speaking about the truth and speaking out.
Really, speaking about the truth.
He's gonna stick with that.
Hey, Joanna, welcome.
Hi. What up, Joanna?
Hey.
Yeah, so my visual. I wanted to chime in. First of all, hello, panel. Hello.
What's going on, Joanna?
What's up, Juan?
I think that we all have different.
You going in and out.
Okay, I don't have my earplugs. Should I find my earplugs?
Yeah, I would suggest you put earplugs because it's gonna probably do that with noise canceling.
My earplugs. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
what up, Derek?
Derek.
Okay, all right. All right, shout out and respect due to Candidly Vee, the Jolly Roger and all that. How you? Real Talk 87, E Black TV, Mr. Logic, Shanita Marie, randomly the Florida panelists, and last but certainly not least, Andrea Lynch. I want to say real quick, apologies to Andrea Lynch for whatever reason. She kind of took offense a couple of weeks ago for for us just having a disagreement. And I'm telling you now on Candidly Vee platform, we will have disagreements, but it's never malicious. All right. So I'm at the gas station, so y'all have to excuse me. We live here. I'm at the gas station right now, so y'all have to excuse me. But I want to apologize to Andrea Lynch if she thought that I was coming at her and all this other stuff. I don't come at anybody. I would just say I don't like you, and that's just that. All right. So now that we got that out of the way,
hey man, I want to say this, Eric.
Yes, sir.
Eric, I want to say this. It takes a man to admit when he has to apologize.
I am that.
And that's a great show of strength, and that's what we need in this community a lot more.
Without question, I'm a grown man. I'm 54. I'm a grown man, and I will tell you when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But when I know I'm in the right, I'm going to stand for that. All right? So anyway, I just want to say real quick, and this is not a knock on nobody. I respect gay people, but the fact of the matter is that we're having a clear brainwashing campaign for everybody just to be gay. Everything is gay. No. Gay, in my opinion, is anti-human. And as a matter of fact, I have said on many lives that I don't run with Batwoman. She's the first openly gay superhero. And my question has always been, what does a superhero sexual preference have to do with saving the world? But they're trying to spin everybody and make things gay. We also have Dwayne Wade and his son. Everybody was jumping on little Boosie for the simple fact that Boosie was saying what I agree with. His son was born a son, and now the son is trying to be gay. He's trying to be Zaya all of a sudden. No, the child was born biologically a male. And this is a problem. This is an absolute problem. And I don't see how anybody that's reasonable would have an issue with that. You cannot season nobody. I am a man. Real Talk 87 is a man. Harrison Family Blogs, Logic, and everybody else in this stream that are males are that. Why would you turn somebody into a female? But that's where we are right now. That should be said something about. That should be pushed back again. And that should be stand firm on the fact that, look, we don't run with that. Now, again, that is not a knock on gay people.
No, I just want to say this. So you said you're a man, but look, hold on, wait, listen to this.
I'm just one boy in the comment section on YouTube.
I'm one man in the comment section. Damn, my man, I see you. Well, even still,
man, keep on going, man. I'm sorry.
Even still,
I had that clip, so I had to use it, right? But go ahead.
That's fine. No, that's fine. But even still, that's still biologically a male, is it not? There you go. But I'm saying we got this whole thing where everybody's trying to spin stuff and everybody's trying to be politically correct, and that's a problem. So for myself, so for myself, I don't run with that. I don't agree with that, and I think it's anti-human. And in fact, if you look at all the studies, right now, they talking about a year 2045, fertility gonna be gone. We won't be reproducing. That's an issue. All y'all got to do is look this stuff up for yourself. By 2045, they're looking at us not being able to reproduce ourselves. That's a problem. But everybody now all of a sudden is anti-human. You might remember real quick, and then I'm going to step off. Joe Biden just installed, regime commander Joe Biden just installed the first transgender Health and Human Services with Rachel Levine. That's a straight up man. He come from Pennsylvania. That's a guy. So you have to ask yourself the question, why is this incessant push on everything gay all of a sudden? If you're gay, be that. But if you're a man or you're a female, be that. That should be it. That's all. But for some reason, so I'll let y'all judge. For some reason, everybody's trying to push this gay stuff. That's a problem. So that's all I want to say. Candidly Vee, thank you for having me on your platform, all right?
I agree, Derek.
I
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want to know if you can hear me better. Candidly, can you hear me better with the earplugs?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes,
okay, I'll go back on mute. I'll go back on mute.
No,
well, Derek, I want to say this.
With regards to, the emphasis being on the gay community, I think the gay community are just trying to fight for their rights. Just like Black people fought for their rights a long time ago, that's exactly what the gay community are doing now. Because at the end of the day, they are being called faggots and things like that, and that's not okay.
Okay, let me, if you don't mind me stepping in.
Let me just finish this one last sentence. For whatever reason, some of them are trans, right? And they want to be able to be the freedom of going into whatever bathroom that they now associate themselves with. Okay? They're fighting for rights like that because they just want to be seen as equal. It's not that they're trying to harm people. That's just what their right is. That's what they're trying to do right now.
And I'm sorry.
Okay, so let me have a word.
Joanna, before we do this, do not equate.
Joanna just got my cup, E-Black.
I know, I understand, but I want to make this point real quick. Do not equate gay rights with Black rights. You can be gay, you can be gay and have every single right.
I was not going to. You're already talking before you knew what I was going to say. I was not going to say that.
I'm not pointing out that. I'm just saying that I want to make sure that the audience understood that your gay rights is not equivalent to my Black skin. My Black skin is something that I cannot hide. I cannot change and I cannot form in the middle of the night. I am Black 100% from the day I was birthed, and I was
you were Black first.
I was Black first.
You were Black first.
But I was Black first.
You were Black first.
I'm Black first before anything else. So
listen, Vee. What he's saying, what he is saying is being.
That makes you better than a gay person because you're Black.
No, the thing is, being Black is a being. Being gay is just a lifestyle. You can change that whenever the fuck you want to. We can't change being Black.
They don't deserve rights too.
That's their lifestyle.
No, all he was saying was you cannot equate being gay and being Black. You can't equate that. You can't equate that at all. You can't do that.
Y'all trying to make y'all sound like y'all.
We're not saying no.
I'm sorry. Go on, Joanna.
I'm sorry. You can line up 10 people. And you can line up 10 people and not be able to tell whether they're gay or not based on their look. But you can line up 10 people and tell whether they're Black or not. There's a huge difference between being Black and gay. We do not have the same struggles. You are progressing off of our struggles, but we do not have the exact same struggles as any gay person.
Yep. Candidly Vee, if I can say something really quick. I sent Andrea Lynch a video, and I lost my second channel. So there's 2 channels I done lost because they thought this was beyond the pale. And if you'd like to see it, Andrea Lynch can send it to you. The San Francisco Gay Male Choir made a song talking about we're going to convert your children and we're going to turn them gay. Now, if you'd like to see that video, Andrea Lynch has it. She can send it to you. But the fact of the matter is, you having these people now, they are actually actively, openly saying, yes, we're going to convert your children. Shanita Marie Randall knows it to be true because I sent it to her. And so you have a problem. We have a serious problem in our country.
We also have Black people that are coming up that are a part of the KKK, training the young to be a part of the KKK. That's a race thing. I'm talking about they're trying to convert. You have people in the gay community actually talking in hot shit, saying, look, we're going to convert your children. Now, if that's not an issue, I don't know what is. But Andrea Lynch knows it to be true, and Shanita Marie randomly knows it to be true. In Real Talk 87, if you want me to send you this video, I will. And I lost my second channel because of that. Because apparently everybody who put that on their YouTube channel, they took it off. And so what they did with me, they went back and checked my channel, the second channel, and they took that away. But the fact of the matter is that they're openly talking about converting children. That should be an issue. That's all I'm saying. Now you believe what you want, but I'm saying this is real.
Hold on, y'all. All right, hold on, y'all. Let Joanna talk. Let Joanna talk. Thank you.
Okay, what I was gonna say was I'm not using I wasn't planning on using black gay like against to try to compare them. What I was gonna say was when I chimed in into the live right now, you guys were already in the middle of it, and I apologize if I'm gonna probably repeat something you guys already spoke on. But what I was saying is, as far as him being canceled, I don't think that it should have went that deep. What happened to freedom? What happened to freedom of speech? First of all, secondly,
have none.
Let me. Can I finish? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but and then we can chime over. Freedom of speech. First of all, secondly, I didn't get offended as a heterosexual woman when he said the part about if your cooter cat smelling like fresh, clean water or what have you. Right? It didn't offend me. I think those that got offended were those who just wanted to make an issue. Now, had there not been, in my opinion, if good grief, his name just lost, the one from England, the one who chimed in and made Twitter. Is he England, France? The artist, the singer, Elton John. If Elton John and Madonna had not chimed in on this subject, I don't think it would have even made the news. But but for those two who are living the lifestyle of the LGBTQ plus now is something they have a plus. I don't know what the plus is added to it, but I don't think that it would have went as far as it did, because I'd have been to many concerts in my life. I am 54 years old, and I've heard them put your lighter in the air. Back then it was a lighter because we didn't have cell phone lights. If you ain't this, if you ain't, and it hypes up the crowd. That's what you call a hype man. When he said the part about if you wasn't just in the parking lot giving blah 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 fellatio, put your light up. If the only thing that really PO'd me about him is when he said about the AIDS part, because he was uneducated on that. When he said that his followers, he have gay followers, but they don't have AIDS, is because they're clean. That's the only thing I thought that he needed to be educated on. But as far as the other things that he said, it didn't offend me at all. Not at all. And I think that right now, the community is using this to their advantage. Now, I watched a YouTuber the other day in her bushes. She's a how do you say, a lesbian. And she said this. What she said was, we got all the rights now. So bitch, call me a dyke if you want to. You're going to jail. Ha! And did it with a smirk. And I thought that was so uncool. So they're using this to their advantage because they know that so many organizations back them up. So they'll, not all, some will go out and intentionally start crap with people because they know they have a big backing. Now, as far as heterosexual versus the community, the other community, why is it that it seems like we're bunched up now? We don't have no rights. We have no rights. Now, I'm not using color. I'm saying the heterosexual community now seems to not have no rights because you can't say anything to someone who is gay.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you offend them, they'll go tweet it, Instagram it, do anything, and now you have their community coming behind them because of your opinion. Now, why is they allowed to have an opinion and we're not? Now it's them and it's us. Now it's a them and it's a us.
Yeah.
Day before yesterday. Hold on, Logic. I'm gonna mute up after this because I don't want to forget this part.
Yeah,
you
got so many. You didn't bought us.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're right. Go ahead.
You literally
go
on
ahead.
fire.
Go ahead.
And see what it I'm gonna just cover two things that you said. One thing is that we as Black people has been around before longer than these LGBT communities or whatever. This is all recent shit, right?
Right.
We got no legislation with Black the name on it, but so far you have legislations that's been dropping. You know what I'm saying? You got you know what? This is crazy.
The Asian American group came right in and got a law.
You have more arrests made under the Asian Americans goddamn executive order than any Black hate crimes. Yep. And Black people is accepting this. But now it's the second part. What I want, and you can tell me if I lied when I made this video about this. See, when you believe in equity, Black women don't understand that they are no longer the minority.
Right.
If you see, you're accepting these divisions because this is what the problem is. It's hard for the government to control the masses.
Hey, how you? All right.
But they can control us if they break us up into all these different groups. So now they're breaking us up between race, religion, they break us up
now
sexual orientation. So
Yep.
now what happened is that now you see that it's so easy to control us. And we've fallen for it. And that's what the sad part about it. You know what I'm saying? It's unheard of in the Black community that you gonna say, little baby, gonna get canceled for women pussy that smell like water. But I can name you a million rap songs that state that exact same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
everybody said that. Young Jesus said he said she got the Aquafina. It's not only the cushiness of it, but it's the smell. Water don't have no smell. So now, but thing is that we've been hearing this for a long time, and we don't understand that this been our thing. But now we want to push an agenda for a group that just came along and automatically got more rights than Black people since they've been in the United States.
And they're also adding a plus to it. So the plus is going to continue to go on. But I want to say this before I forget, please, and then I'll jump in and chime in whenever I can. The other day, I watched, well, I don't know if I seen it on TV or online somewhere, but did you know that before I lie, let me look at my text message so I can get the name of the group. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. It's called, so we can research it. I'm sure Logic will do it. It says, breaking news, American Metal Association, so AMA, I believe, announces everyone's gender will now be removed on all birth certificates.
Yep. She's right. Yep. And on top of that,
I was floored when I saw that.
Well, if I can just jump in right quick.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
So now, not only do individuals out here have to wonder what gender you are or what gender you were, and remember we used to say, "Show me your birth certificate. I know what you was when you was born."
Hey, let's clean
now,
this up.
It's not public record anymore.
I'm sorry. Let's clean this up because we talking about speculative legislation.
I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to finish my statement. Then I said I will mute up.
We're kind of getting out of bounds of the conversation about the baby and this controversial thing, and we're going into other stuff that may or may not be true.
Okay, all right, I'm on mute.
Well, if I can jump in,
that's absolutely true.
I understand it's true, but I understand it's true. I understand that, but this really, I just don't want to derail this conversation because
I wasn't going to derail it because
we're talking about gay
I have not been allowed to finish a statement since I tried.
Thank you. Let her finish her statement, bro.
Okay,
let her finish.
but we're not.
I'm not trying to take it to. I'm not trying to take it there.
I'm sorry. First of all,
thank you, Candidly, for having me up. Thank you for having me up. I'll be in the chat.
Let's clean this stuff up.
Well, if I can just jump in right quick, the young lady, she was dead on the money, and all that, and E Black, with all due respect, all that kind of fall in line because now because I'm in healthcare, and it's my understanding now that now new physicians who are coming into the field, they are not to even discuss male female. You aren't anything. No, you got to be something. And so all what that young lady just said, that was dead on the money. And I know for myself, again, it's not a knock. It's a couple people on YouTube that I was supporting heavy who was homosexual. But the fact, in my opinion, I believe it to be anti-human. Because, again, two of the same cannot reproduce. So we're losing our humanity on that basis. That's my only thing. Now, you do what you do.
No,
I think but she was dead. She was dead on the money. So salute. Whoever that young lady was, salute to her. That's all I wanted to say.
All she did was her description was she said answer the question, should he be canceled? because before you say should he be canceled, you got to understand why he's being canceled. So now, I mean, and I know, I mean, she was kind of long-winded, but her point is that it's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes.
Yes, sir.
That's propelling him to be canceled. So right now, anybody who make any remark towards the LGBT community automatically would be canceled. So now it's not should he be canceled, it's a matter of when they'll be canceled, because now they're gonna go back and they're gonna find every song that you put some on it. Just like Apple and Spotify, they removing every song that has these different lyrics. I think they removed the song with I think it was the Wu-Tang Clan. They removing everything. So now, if you want to talk about erasing history, you see history has been erased. And then now, if you want to understand the why, that's a deep conversation. But I agree with E Black. It's too much to unpack in this show.
Right.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that, you know, I understand. Trust me, I'm sitting here listening. I'm focused. Like, of course, I want to look up some of these stuff that you guys are bringing, but it's like, you know, let's make this a concise point to where we can have a dialect to where I'm not attacking or being attached to something that may or may not be true, because we don't have all the definitions or the legislation in our hands. So I understand what you guys are saying, though.
Well, E Black, I would just say that the fact that she brought the stuff up, Logic just brought stuff up. You may not be privy to that, but I immediately had to like, yo, she right, because I've heard the same thing too. So I guess it depends on what information you get, and we all are only as good as the information that we get or not. So I don't know, but only thing from what I see, from my opinion, it looks like it's a big seasoning campaign. It's a big brainwashing campaign to fall in line, get in line, go along to get along. And I just can't. I can't, and I'm not. So again, Candidly Vee, thank you for having me on, Miss Lynch. Again, apologies for a couple of weeks ago. The floor panelists, I see you. Real Talk 87, E Black. And y'all take care of yourself here.
Bye, Derek.
Yes,
Bye,
yes, ma'am.
You know,
all right, y'all take care of yourself.
All right, bye. I think that
I think she should have finished her point. I'm sorry. She should have finished her point.
I'm sorry, but it's like I said, man, you know, some of us are really more or less concise on certain things. Some, you know, I understand,
but listen, bro. Listen,
I understand what you're saying, but some of us, I want more conciseness. Like I can't have.
I get it. No, I get it, E Black. I get it, E Black. You weren't really privy to any of that, but just because you weren't doesn't mean everybody else didn't want to hear what she had to say. We still wanted to hear it. You see what I'm saying?
We're starting to get on, but I'm sorry. We were starting to get on a point to where we were talking about speculative.
You didn't know what she was getting to because you didn't let her finish.
No, I was listening to her. That's the thing. I was listening to her, but the thing was all speculative. A lot of it was speculative because she was introducing stuff that was really speculative legislation.
And
I'm sorry.
We've heard this already.
So back on my point.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The LGBTQ, the comments that DaBaby made. Okay, I understand that I'm against this cancel culture situation too. However, like I said, disrespect is a big thing to me, and I don't believe that people should be disrespecting up on their public platforms. Okay, and there's consequences to that. And I just feel like if you are on a public platform, you know better than that. Okay, you have so many brands that are wanting to work with you. You're messing up your own money. At this point, you can't blame anybody else but yourself. Okay, and that's a shame. It's a shame to see a Black brother being cancelled, going on. I'll give him some credit to the point that he is being cancelled and things are, you know, there's no more certain deals that are on the table with him. People don't want to work with him anymore. People are pulling stuff that they've done with him. You know, it's a shame, and it sucks to see it happen to him. But at the same time, he cannot blame anybody else but himself for the comments that he made. Because you know, everybody knows. That's for instance, if I get up on here and I say certain political things, I can get fired. That's a consequence of
you ain't getting fired from YouTube. Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, from your job?
From my day job.
But Vee,
that's your job. You're a rapper.
There's strict lines. There's strict number. I'm saying with everything, people's jobs and stuff. If you say certain things, you can get fired when you're on a public platform saying your point.
But Vee.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily.
He's not a lawyer. He's a rapper.
Yeah, but no. This is deep though. This is deep. She made an excellent point though. But watch this, Vee. Watch this. Think about this. You're right. Should you get on your platform and if you voice your opinion about the president of the United States, should you be canceled?
No. Well,
no, right?
Depends on what. It depends.
I just but like I said, but now it's like on these platforms, we discuss our opinions and experience, right? That's freedom of speech. Once we stop that, once we put in that position where we stop people from voicing their opinions, once that ball get rolling, it can't stop. Because this is a crazy question, right? What do the Q stand for in LGBTQ?
Where? Don't it stand for like queer or something?
And they did plus now. So the Q, oh, thank you. Shanita got it. Question, right? So this finna be going on forever. And then now that key thing though, when I read that question, I took it as now you cannot question none of this also. Because I see everybody. If I'm saying that I want grandkids, I want my daughter and my son to give me grandkids, right? And then I question that, right? Should I be canceled?
Nope.
No, it's just what you want.
That's
it's your personal
offensive.
That's a personal. It's what you want.
Offensive.
But if your son and daughter is gay, they might not have no kids.
Andrea, the thing is this: no matter what you're
not hearing my point. My point is though, and I'm gonna wrap it up before you talk. My point is that this, right? Is we choose how we want to live our lives. So now, and it's getting to exactly. But now when you're taking away my choice, that's what you're running down. You're taking away my choice to say, I do not want this. I do not agree with this. But guess what? I can take a step back and I can let you do what you want to do. But if somebody asks me, I'm going to say, I don't agree with that. If you stop that, then you stop questioning across the board. And then now you'll have these unknown sources tell you exactly what you have to do and how to think.
And that's the thing, your opinion, how your opinion is, no matter what your opinion is about anything, you're going to offend somebody who don't agree with that opinion. You will always offend somebody. So if you want to take away somebody's freedom of speech, you might as well take away everybody's freedom of speech, if that's the case.
It's what you, it's
because
not
I can say things that aren't offensive.
You don't have to be offensive.
To you, it wasn't, it wasn't offensive to me. It wasn't offensive to me, period. You see what I'm saying? So what's the difference?
I think that you have to, I think that, I think it's really unfair for us to sit on this platform. And I respect people's opinions, but I also think it's very unfair because they have a struggle all on their own as well. Just because they come out and they are gay, a lot of people are trying to kill them just because they're gay. Okay? You have people that are born with both parts that don't know which one they're supposed to actually differentiate with. Okay.
But you're talking about an anomaly. You're talking about an anomaly. You're talking about an anomaly, though. What you just stated, that's like probably like 0.
That is rare.
Let her finish.
It's not rare. It happens.
It is rare.
It happens. There are people that are born.
Yes, it happens, but it's rare.
And then their parents cut off one part or deal with one part because the parents have decided. But guess what? When they grow up, they realize, hold on a second. I feel like I should have been this other.
How many births does that happen in?
Everybody deserves to have somebody that supports them and somebody or a community of their own. I'm sorry, I disagree. I don't think that we can just be like, well, no, they don't have the same struggles as we have, or they don't do that. Like, no, I'm sorry. Yes, they have a different struggle. Yes, we have our own struggle, but there are a lot of LGBTQ people that support Black people. There are a lot that are not Black themselves.
We're not saying that's not true. We're not saying that ain't the case. We're not saying that at all. I'm saying that us having us being.
E-Black
Yeah.
made a
I know
comment
it. I know the
earlier.
comment E-Black made.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm addressing.
I know the
that
comment he
because I
made.
addressed it
My
earlier because I kept getting interrupted.
and
Let
the
her
point
address.
is,
Let her. I want to hear her address my comment because I'm really interested.
That's what I'm saying, that they have a right to have a community of their own. We can't just shut that down, and we can't.
We
just
didn't
shut
say
down
that they
the fact,
didn't.
or shut down their feelings on how they feel about certain things. Okay.
Nobody said that black. Nobody said that
they
they
didn't.
No. At what point did any of us say?
Hold on, I'm saying we're saying that how the gay community are super sensitive, hypersensitive, and how they react and how they deal with certain things. But at the same time, we've been on this platform, we don't talk about the gays, and we're talking about black people. And we've also said that black people are super sensitive as well.
Thank you.
And this may be one of those reasons, or one of these times where we as black people are being super sensitive.
Listen, that the point that was made.
I'm sorry.
The point that was made was this: we're not saying that gay community does not have a right to their own community or nothing like that. They do. We're not saying they don't. We are just saying us just being black. We get killed just for being black. All right. Gay is a lifestyle. Can I fit? Never mind. Y'all go ahead. Y'all talk. Go ahead. Because y'all not listening to nobody else is saying. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead. Y'all quiet now? Y'all go ahead and talk.
Hey, Joanna. Welcome back.
I apologize, Joanna, if you felt like I was cutting you off, but I was just trying to get you to hone down certain things, but also be concise in what you were saying, because you were spitting out a lot of information that may or may not be speculative.
I didn't get a chance to spit anything.
I was listening to you, trust me. I listen really well.
Listening, but I didn't get a chance to speak. Hold on, I'm trying to make my.
We went on for like 2 or 3, 4 minutes. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't know the rules.
I'm just saying
there ain't no rules up here. You're all right, Joanna.
But you're free to state your point.
Joanna, can you hear us? I think she can't hear us. She's gone out. Go on, real talk. Finish your point.
No, I'm good. Y'all go ahead and keep talking. Y'all kept interrupting me. Y'all go ahead and keep talking. I'm good.
You was interrupting me too.
But V, you were saying that I made a point about. You were saying I made a point about something, but you didn't really say what I actually said. So I'm actually interested in what you felt that I said.
Oh, I finished my point.
But you didn't. So I just took a shot for nothing.
Well,
a random comment shot. Wow!
I was getting interrupted also whilst I was on my point, so I'm done. I forgot.
Understood. This is one of those touchy subjects, you know. I actually, you know, but like for me, I'll just be real with you guys. You know, I really don't have a care in the world about this, about the gay agenda. I really care more about the black agenda. So. I think we should be more like. In fact, I think we should have more power to black agenda.
Well, we don't.
Than the gay.
And we don't want to fight for it. So don't be mad at the gay people out there fighting for their rights. Okay, I'm so sick of black people. They don't want to fight enough, but you're mad because the gay people out here fighting for their rights and they want to be equal like us. So don't be mad if you ain't out here fighting for your rights and the gay people are, and the black people in the back they push us in the background because that's not the gay people's fault. That's black people's fault.
You said equal like us.
Yeah, you're kind of conflating two different.
No, I'm saying is don't be mad because the gay people are out here fighting for their rights and asking for equal rights, and the black
ain't nobody mad at the gay people.
And the black people sometimes ain't asking for theirs. They choosing to stay in the back. They choosing to.
Ain't nobody mad at the gay people. Ain't nobody mad at gay folks. Who said they was mad at gay people?
No, I'm saying he's saying we worry about people. They ain't worried about that marching.
I'm talking about what
they are worried about marching. There's thousands of marches every year for gay rights.
They out there legislating for themselves. They out there asking Congress to get them rights. They're out there, but I don't see many black people out there doing that. And
what are you talking about? Where? Never mind. Anyway, nobody's mad at gay people. Nobody's mad at them for getting their rights. Nobody's mad about that.
What I'm saying
You
is,
did say that.
if they're out there marching for their rights, don't be mad at them if the black people are mad. Because
nobody's mad at them.
I don't see black people out there legislating rights or legislating but have bills. Why are they not doing that? Maybe they're a little
like I said, I'm 54 years old and I've been seeing black people march for years. You can't say that black people are not out here fighting for their rights. Because I've seen black people fight for their rights since I was born in '67, and I've been seeing us fight for our rights. It is not a black or a white thing. That's what I thought. That's what was addressed to me when I first came up here by the gentleman. What was his name? Black TV podcast. He said, "Don't make it a race thing." I didn't make it a race thing. I was trying to get a point across. I think he was talking to me though, Joanna. Just so you know. Okay. I think he was addressing me. Okay. But I still heard that comment, so I wasn't trying to make it a race thing. What I was saying was, as individuals, it seemed that we have been separated. Now you have black gays, you have black heterosexuals, and then you have the LGBTQ plus community. So it's like at what point do we have a voice, heterosexuals? So now that we're black heterosexuals, we are now divided by black gays. I don't know if that's a proper term. Help me out before I get jammed up. Is a gay a good word to use, or
the community?
Homosexual? Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we're separated. We're divided as a black, community. Now we have two different black communities, and for some reason, like I spoke on earlier, I listened to this one channel holder who said, and she's a lesbian. She's like, and she went hot. Now call me a dyke now. Your ass going to jail, and said ha and started laughing behind it. So it's like a weapon. They have a weapon now, and they're making fun of it, and they're making it a big deal. You get what I'm saying? It's like, where have we come? Where have we come to? And it's going back to the DaBaby thing, not getting off topic. Like I said, I didn't agree with the things he said. I thought his statements were ignorant, but he has a right to say what he wants, freedom of speech. Now, those who got offended by it, why did you get offended by it? Were you out in the parking lot giving fellatio?
Right.
Maybe. Were you that female chick out there that didn't smell like fresh water? Were you whatever? That's what I'm saying. Those are the ones who got offended. Those people, that's a personal problem. That's not a world problem. That's a personal problem. In my opinion. Everything I'm saying right now is in my opinion. I believe it's a personal problem. Because I as a female heterosexual, did not get offended because he said something about your cooler cat smelling like fresh water. Because I know mine do. So even if it didn't, it wasn't my place to cancel him. Go take your ass a shower.
Right.
Or stay out the parking lot giving fellatios. The age comment, I did not agree with him because I said he did need schooling on that. What he, what he said. Now, who went up Cardi B's neck when she told the black guy, called him a black monkey, and told him she hoped his mama die of AIDS? Who counseled her?
Right.
Who counseled her when she said there's more than one way to get back at your nigga out of her mouth? It's one way to get back at your nigga without going out there and cheating on him. She said, go get a gay man, give him an E-pill, give her dude an E-pill. When he passes out, y'all had a threesome. When he wake up, he gonna ask what happened. You gonna say, nigga, you just got your sucked by a gay man. And she was like, and that's the biggest payback of all. Who canceled Cardi?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Why is she so different from DaBaby?
I don't think we can pick and choose. That's what I agree with you. What you're saying. I don't think we can pick and choose when we want to or not want to be offended. I think or who we want to cancel and who we don't. I think that everybody needs to be held to the same standard. I just want to put that, because at the end of the day, we're people first. All of us are people first. So I definitely feel that we all need to be held to the same
But that's the thing, though. We are picking and choosing. And I say we, I don't say, when I say we, I don't mean like us in the panel, but I'm saying we as a society are picking and choosing who we want to cancel. And right now it's being DaBaby who is being canceled for whatever reason. I don't know why they're attacking him, but like any other rapper, they all do and say the same things. Just like you just said, Cardi B out here saying the same things. The only thing she didn't say was anything about being having HIV or AIDS. Well, no, she did. She did say it.
No, she did. She told that man she did not know that man from a hole in the wall.
No one was coming.
She told that man she did not know that man from a hole in the wall. She said she called. First of all, she called him a black monkey because this is how it all started off. She got upset because her daughter was calling her mom instead of grandma because she be out on the road working. And her comment on Twitter was as though it's sad when you have to work and then the caretaker of your child start calling the caretaker mom, and I'm the mom. Just one gentleman had a response to her comment. She responded back to him.
This is the issue with that, right? Because
let me finish, Logic, so you can get my point. She responded back to him. She responded back to him and said, "Don't you talk about my child. I'll die for my child. You black monkey. And you keep talking shit about my child. I hope your mother die of AIDS with a sick dick," is what she said. Now she don't know this man. She don't know if his mom really did die of AIDS or whatever. What did they cancel her?
But see, this is the point that I made earlier, and I think it kind of went over people's head. It's not about equality anymore. It's about equity. So now, whatever they put at the top of the totem pole, they can do no wrong. Just like black people for so long, we can say cracker, we can say this, we can say this, but soon as a black person do the same thing, then now they was considered racist and we wasn't considered racist. Now it's coming to this where you got a minority being counseled by another minority group, but it's pushed by the masses. See, equality makes sense. If I can't say nothing about the LGBT community, guess what? Then if you look at that statement that was made by one YouTuber, and I can give you the source, E-Black, the one statement that he said, "You stupid straight niggas," that's making these statements, right? Now, Baby comments was the same, but it was the opposite direction. But based on equity, his comments, the gay guy, got pushed under the rug, and because Baby is a heterosexual black male, it got pushed to the top. If a heterosexual black female would have made them exact same comments, it would have been a shootout. Because now it's equity don't make no sense. If you push it, it will eventually bounce you on top of your head, because that's why they at first it was lesbian, bi, gay, and all that shit. Then transgender came in. Now you got questioning, you got queer, you got all that. They gonna keep making these groups, and then this is where black people don't understand. You are not the minority anymore. These groups are the minority.
Jay Will
Okay, so
had a question.
another point. I'm sorry, Candidly, because I've been wanting to have this discussion for a long time, and I'm happy that I bring up one other point. Yes, we're going off topic of DaBaby, because I'm reading the chat also. There's one gentleman in here who doesn't agree. I mean, and that's his right. But what about Stephen Baldwin? How long Stephen Baldwin been on this earth? And he just had to apologize to his 12 or 13-year-old daughter the other day because he used the slang gay all the time. And he didn't think that offended anyone. And he went live. He made a Twitter post, and then they had his response live on the news of him apologizing for using the word gay all this time. Did he get canceled? Because he's Stephen Baldwin. Huh?
I'm assuming no, he didn't get canceled.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all said, pick and choose. You know what I mean? Pick and choose. So I saw that once. I saw that once on the news, and they didn't bring it back up again because he's Stephen Baldwin.
There's some type of agenda against DaBaby, I personally believe. And I don't think that we need to hold him to some type of standard as an entertainer, because this is what entertainers do. They say things that may be offensive. And at this point, it's not about a right or wrong thing. It's what entertainers do. I don't feel like you need to hold entertainers accountable for the things they say and put them up as role models for anybody.
Exactly. Exactly.
I disagree.
I disagree.
That's fine. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. But and I'm not saying that what DaBaby said was not ignorant, because it was ignorant. He is wrong for saying what he said about the HIV and the AIDS comment, because everything else he wasn't directed towards the gay community at all. The gay community took it and just ran with it. And for whatever reason, there's an attack on him as a Black man. Okay. I don't know what that attack is. Okay. I don't know why they're trying to put him down. Harrison Family Vlogs made a point. Don't know if I totally agree with it, but he did say that the Black men are being disrespected and they don't have a lot to say. And if a woman, agrees with what the society is saying about the Black man, then he's destroyed in X, Y, and Z. I think Black men and women are the most disrespected in society. I don't think it's just a Black man.
But he said the most.
Obama got him.
We can't hear you, Nita. You went out.
Oh shit! See, we all getting canceled today. We all getting canceled today.
Jay will have a question. He said, "Do you think people that are Black and LGBTQ see themselves as Black first or LGBTQ first?"
I don't know.
Oh no, definitely.
I would honestly say, look at the organizations that person can go to. What structure and what strength would they have? So, if you were a Black man, what structures and strengths do you have representing Black issues? And then if you were gay, what strengths and structures do you have representing that issue? So, if your structure as a gay person is more powerful than being a Black person, then more than likely, you're going to be stressing those issues, much like the feminist movement, in which a lot of Black women lean towards feminism because it's more money in being a feminist than being a Black person.
No. It's
so
not
let me ask you a question. Are you homosexual?
Hold up, Joanna. Hold up. I want to address his point.
Logic.
Logic. Joanna, you've been talking for like 30 hours in this whole live. Goddamn. Sit back and get you some popcorn. It's to his point what he made.
You know you miss me.
Yes, I do. All right. To his point he made, no, because I think it's the opposite. I think you have a bigger voice. See, as a Black man or a Black male, what is your voice to the Black men? Or a Black LGBT man, it's a smaller group, so you have a bigger voice. So now they're gonna always associate themselves with a smaller group that therefore will give them a bigger voice. Just like when Black women have things or whatever, they can discuss things as a Black community, or they can discuss things as a Black woman. Discussing things as a Black woman will give them a bigger voice in a smaller community than going against the men and everybody in the Black community. Same thing as LGBT, because if you look at it, if he bring this up, they always go to the minority group, the smaller group that will give them a bigger voice.
I agree with you, Logic. That's probably the better way of putting it for me.
Hold on a second. Harrison Family Vlogs, sir. Nice of you to be in the chat. You were late, so you missed when we actually addressed your question. Okay, I want to make sure we address it again for you. And when you said people should be canceled, we both said that we don't believe people should be canceled, but there is a consequence to your actions, and you need to be held accountable. And we disagree with what Nita said when Nita said that she doesn't believe that celebrities should be held to a certain standard. that it should just kind of be freedom of speech. We disagreed with that. But that was our point. We didn't say he should be cancelled. We haven't said anyone should be cancelled, but we do believe that there are consequences to your action when you are a public figure. Dre.
Okay.
Has a replay.
I'm looking at the comment section. It's getting lit up in there. I'm sorry, y'all.
Michael Brown, would you please click the link and come and voice what you
Yeah,
have?
anything.
You are very full right now, and you
My
should
whole
come up and say
I
what
don't
you
think
need
he
to
should.
say.
Quite frankly, if I'm being honest.
My whole thing is how did we get divided? How did we get divided? We don't want to use race, but I'm reading Michael
You know
Brown's
what,
comment
Joanna?
and he said he bring a break. I just want to know how did we get divided?
In all honesty, though, I really do believe that the Black community separate themselves from the Black LGBTQ community.
Are you sure, or was it the other way around?
Yes, because you know what? If a gay
I
Black
think it's the other
man,
way around.
let me just be honest.
I agree.
No, and tell me if I'm wrong. If a gay Black man goes and stands next to a straight Black man, that straight Black man has a problem with that gay Black man.
Not necessarily.
That's
Stop the cap.
I disagree. I have to disagree with you.
Oh my God, y'all are all cap on this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well then go ahead and mute up.
Yes, you are.
No.
Because for some reason, why are you offended, E Black? I want to say your name right, E Black. Why are you offended? Why? What was it said? Why are you offended?
Because I really, Black people, we have traditional conservative values. We do not believe in homosexuality. So I'm sorry, I don't understand why Vee said it was wrong.
Are you homosexual?
Wrong.
No, if you don't mind me asking,
my point.
I'm married.
Look, don't get offended. No, I'm asking. I didn't know. I don't know, so I'm asking a question. I'm asking a genuine question.
V is heterophobic.
I want to just no, because I'm just gonna say something. I'm gonna finish my point and why I said that, because I know that there are several conversations that you have with a lot of Black men that would have a huge problem if their child came to them and said that they were gay, and they are quick to dismiss them and kick them out families. It happens all the time. We're not embracing them. We're not. Whereas on the white side, I'm just gonna be honest. On the white side, a lot of the time, they're more embracing them. And
you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? It's because they're trying to keep them. They're trying to keep them on the down low. That's why. And that my opinion. Like I said, every time I say something, it's my opinion. I believe the Caucasian generation.
But at the same time, I also feel that if you are pushing people out, that's going to make them feel like they need to be more contained, and they don't have a voice, and they can't say how they feel. Whereas if you're more embracing of it and open to it, then people are a bit more open to say what the situation is.
But they're using this tool now as a weapon.
Yeah, but ask yourself this one question, right? Ask yourself this one question. Since you want to put yourself in the role of a man, ask yourself this question: is homosexuality a direct attack on masculine men?
Is it a direct attack?
Is homosexuality a direct attack on how masculine men perceive that they want their life to be and they want their offspring to be?
I can't hear you. Hold on, because I'm bringing someone up. So hold on. And it's going in and out.
Yeah. All right. My whole point is that.
Can I actually answer that question? I would like to answer that question. So
go ahead.
I would like to answer that question. Good evening, everyone. I would like to answer that question as a gay. Good evening, Candidly Vee. I love you. Andrea Lynch, thank you so much for being an advocate. Mama Goddess, I love you as well. Jaywana, Real Talk, E Black TV broadcast. Lojit, I want to make sure that I'm being
hello.
I want to say, as a gay Black male that actually has HIV. So as a gay Black male living in DC, what we have experienced is that we come to the Black community, we're embracing the Black community. We fight for not only ourselves, but we fight for Black men, Black women, everyone else. But what happens is that we are often ostracized from the Black community because we are gay, from family, mothers, fathers. And so if you're a straight male, and I can actually say this because I have an ex-wife of 7 years, and I have a 11-year-old son who is 11, which is the same age as Mama Gutter's son. So we've been friends for a very long time. So she is very unbiased. So, but what I would say is that being in the Black community, we are often ostracized. You could be a murderer. You can cheat on your wife. You can beat your wife and everything, and you will still be invited back to the family reunion. But if you suck dick, if you eat ass, if you fucking a nigga behind, and still you're still a Black professional. And I'm gonna tell you, I am a Black engineer in DC as a local politician. But if I beat my wife, I'm gonna be invited back to the thing. But if I suck some dick, because you know what, it's Friday and I've been drinking, I had a few shots of Hennessy, I can have everything else in my life perfect, but because I want to suck some dick, now all of a sudden I'm canceled from Black men. I may have friends as Black females because they don't see us as a threat. But now what's happened is because now we are now cut off from the Black community. And so now what we do is that we take our power and say, you know what? Let's take our power as engineers. Let's take our power as doctors. Let's take our power as politicians. Let's take our power, even though we cried many nights and all we wanted was say, listen, we don't see anything wrong. We're not around walking around in the dress and forcing homosexuality, because the thing is that people think that if you're gay, you automatically want any straight dude that's around you. And that's not the case, because in our head, you too straight, your dick is too small, you look crazy, you're broke, you don't have a passport, you can't even get to France. We don't even want you, but your automatic thought is that we want every straight dude. So what we do, we take our power collectively and we start fighting for us. So we're not canceling you all. We still love our Black men, and because we are Black, you see me? But if anything happens, guess what? Gay Black men will be on the front forerunner fighting for unarmed straight Black men. We don't care if they're gay, straight, or whatever, but we will not tolerate any disrespect to our community. And if it happens, we have learned that we write checks to our politicians, we write checks to Congress, we write checks to the Senate, we write checks to all these political boards that straight Black men do not do. Do you vote?
How do you know? How do you know that they don't do that?
Hold on. Let them go, Juwana. Come on. Don't come out like that on them.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that, and I'm not making an accusation, but I'm speaking statistics. Most straight Black men only vote for the presidency. Do they vote for the judges in their county? Do they vote for the county councils? Do they vote for the state attorney? Do they vote for the council members? Do they vote for the mayors? Guess what? We do, because we know those policies and legislation affect us. So now what we do when we are voting, we're becoming friends with state attorneys. We're becoming friends with council members. We're becoming friends with judges. So now when something happens to us,
but see,
we're going
that's
to call
a
the
brush
judge.
though. But that's a
but how you gonna tell him not to cut off and then you gonna jump in?
I was waiting. No, I was just saying. I was just letting you get the statement. I heard.
I was going to say one last thing.
But hey, no. Wait, look. You know, I step back though.
Just one last thing. One last thing. I'm gonna be finished.
Hey, but no, don't be finished, because you packed the whole lot though. So that just means you just threw this shit on us and just gonna leave. You can't do that. Let us, because that with that broad brush that you just threw out, right? And see, I'm gonna agree with you to an extent, because a lot of shit, nigga. God damn. See, you still a nigga though. Hey, my man. Go ahead.
So when something happened to us, we may go out and protest, but who do we have brunch with? We have brunch with the state attorney. We have brunch with the mayor. We made friends with people in power, because why? Because we may have myself. I have a master's degree in engineering, so I am gay and Black, and I have a master's degree in engineering. So we use our power, and we use that power to say you will not disrespect our community, and if you do, there will be consequences.
Wait, unpack some of this stuff. Unpack some of it. We not. Unpack some of this though, right? See, hold on. I just want to unpack some of these. He bought a lot of stuff, right? Yeah. And then now with some of the stuff you bought, what you're doing is you're putting yourself in the class and the people you're around. Because I know a whole lot of heterosexual men that actually do exactly what you say we don't do.
Here's the thing. If I can just interject. First, Mike, thanks for coming on. Like I'm usually a part of the panel. I can't be on, but I do support and listen.
How are you?
You said a couple of things about heterosexual men, right? About how gay men view heterosexual men as heterosexual black men.
Yes.
Right? Now, do you realize but you doing that, right, is the exact same thing that the LGBTQ community believe that black men are doing to them.
Mm-hmm.
So why get offended if you claim straight men are doing that to you when you do the very same thing? You speak down on straight black men, but if they speak down on gay people, then they get canceled. That's not right. It should be across the board.
What is the difference in what I did? What I did is called an explanation. And so whenever you have a statement, I am not going out outside with a microphone and actually going into the middle of the street with this statement, making statements to disrespect people. I am coming on and I am responding to statements and explaining how we feel. It is two different things. Mm-hmm. When you initially come out to disrespect a community, that is called an attack.
But when you have brother, do you understand this one thing?
Oh my gosh, you got to start to use that word so
he loaded. No, but see what you gotta understand though, bro, is you gotta understand this. You gotta understand this. He said a lot of shit. We gotta address it. You ain't a man. Yeah, stand up. Hey, stand up and show us what
he got to say.
No, I heard what he said. You know what I'm saying? But what I want him to understand.
Yeah, but you're not the only one up here.
No, I'm just saying.
I know how he feels because my story wasn't able to be finished. Let him finish. Logic, you're not the only one up here.
I want him to finish. I got one injection. I want to say this. Look, baby is literally the only black male I ever heard make a statement on a major platform, but I didn't see black women. I didn't see women in general make multiple statements. So now why do all this energy turn to black men now because of little baby one statement? Because I know a lot of black men that we don't care what you do.
Exactly.
It's not gonna make me, you know what I'm saying? We don't care what you do. So I hear a lot of women that do this.
I would love to give you a response.
The LGBTQ community.
I'm
sorry.
You guys are
they ridicule them a lot.
Logic. I would like to respond to that.
Wait, what?
And my perfect response is that when you go out, so I actually stand by the police officers because me being in politics, they're voters. They are part of power, but I also understand that we need to build their relationships with our police officers. However, when most black straight men are stopped by a police officer, their first reaction is not looking at the male. They're looking at a uniform. They're looking at an establishment. They're looking at a community. And so now what happened is that when DaBaby had came out with his statement, when people are responding, they're not responding to DaBaby. They are responding to black fathers, black men, black uncles.
But no, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Listen.
No, you didn't. No, because he derailing that question.
Yeah,
the question was.
I'm not derailing it.
Baby, yes, because Lil Baby is the only man.
Yeah, you jump track
as a reference for that. So if Lil Baby is the only man to use as a reference for that, and I can name you at least 30 women that did that, why is it now a problem because of one man?
But here's the thing about the whole transfer of power is this, right? When a people group want power, right, they use that power to disrespect other demographics instead of trying to make sure that everybody gets equal respect all aboard. And I'm gonna be honest, Mike Brown. I'm glad that you joined the conversation. But you proved that today by making the statements you made about straight men. Straight men. You proved that. So now you don't want anybody coming for your people, part of the LGBTQ community. Don't say anything because we got power. I have political power. I can get with the police because they have power. But if I say something about you, you can't come for me because I got all the power. That's not right.
Yes.
So I don't think I came for straight men. I made
twice you did. You did it twice.
Okay, so if I did that, I will apologize because I don't want anyone to have hurt feelings tonight, and I don't want anyone to go to sleep with their pillow wet.
Oh, see, look at this shit. Look at this shit.
I don't want to do that. So I apologize.
What the fuck is this?
Let me say this. Let me say this. Hold on. Whoa. I've been quiet long enough.
I don't want anyone to weep on their pillow tonight. So I apologize. I apologize with a sincere heart.
Hold on, man.
Do not weep on your pillow tonight.
Hey, Mike.
Please take my apology.
Mike. Hold on, Mike. First of all, I'm not taking that apology because listen, let me say this. This is exactly why I made a video a few months ago on this trans woman. All right. She was disrespecting the hell out of black women. I don't know how many of y'all seen that video. That's normally on the panel. I don't know if y'all did it or not. I don't care if y'all did it or not. But she was disrespecting the hell out of black women, calling them all kinds of bitches and all this other shit. Nobody really checked her or cared that she said that. But as soon as somebody else disrespects a trans woman or a trans man or whatever, all of a sudden everybody's up in arms. That's the thing. Gay people can say what they want about straight people all the time and they get no blowback for that. But let a straight person say anything about a gay person, everybody's up in arms.
So
that's a problem.
Real Talk 87. What I would say in response to that is that me making a point of a community using their political platform and using their platforms to speak out and to protect themselves, because other communities do not do that. That is not an attack. An attack is when you say something that may ultimately lead to someone's suicide or death.
But brother,
things. So I'm not finished. Don't cut me off. So me saying that cut me off 3 times. So we're gonna treat this like a political forum. So me saying that if you have one community that uses their power, it could be in anything. It could be their power in stocks. It could be their power in justice. It could be the power in education, because I am using my power to say, you know what? I'm going to go to school because I have the resources to do that. And because another person may not feel the need to do that. And I am explaining, do not be mad because I am using every resource, every access, every program at my disposal to ensure that I am protected. I am not attacking you. What I am saying is that learn from what other communities are doing. And what we're doing is that the Black community also learns from the white community. They've learned from stocks and life insurance and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is that if you see the gay community are canceling other communities and using their political power, learn from it. Do not be
Michael,
don't be offended by it.
Michael Brown, I have a question. Mike Brown. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining the panel tonight.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How are you?
Living among the living.
Awesome. So my thing is, with the gay community and the Black community has been fighting politically for their rights for everything. Mm-hmm. It's only the gay community who gets those rights heard and taken because of the agenda that is the gay community. It's easier to be gay than it is to be Black. So this is why the gay community is being to have all of these rights and everything like that, because it's accepted among society. Being Black, as you know, being a Black man, especially in the South, is not accepted in America. how many marches and how many black men have died at the hands of the police. I understand that, you know, gay people are being killed by, you know, for just being gay, but there are way more black people being killed for just being than the gay people.
Yes.
So, Mama Goddess, respectfully, I love you. You know, I will say that I don't think it's easier to be gay than black, and the reason why I say that, when a few years back,
well, correction, it's not easier being. It's easier to have those rights than it is to have the rights of black.
So,
exactly.
Mike, before you say your point, sorry, I just want to say one thing.
Oh, don't interrupt him. Don't interrupt him. He didn't unload all his stuff. Don't interrupt him. Fuck this old bullshit.
Can we let the woman speak?
Okay, wait, hold on.
What you say?
Wait.
Candidly, drop him, Candidly. He trolling. Drop him, Candidly. He trolling.
No, I want to hear it. Yeah, my channel, I do what I want. Okay. Anyway,
Yes, ma'am.
Nita, the reason why, though, I think that the LGBTQ community's policies are accepted quicker is because we're not looking at one race. It's multiple. It's all races. You see what I'm saying? So it's a different fight. It's a different fight for a certain reason. You know, we have a black fight for being black.
Explain the Asian American hate bill then.
It's different.
Explain the Asian American hate bill then.
Blacks, everybody in the community.
Can you explain the Asian American hate bill then?
Candidly Vee?
Can you explain the Asian American hate bill then? That's one race.
I can actually explain both.
Explain it. Go ahead.
Going to Candidly Vee comment, I absolutely agree with you. Is that with us, we perfect example for the gay community, we're just not combined to just the US. We have friends in the UK, in London, in Manchester, in Dubai, in the UAE. I have friends in Mexico. I have gay friends in France. I have gay friends in the Netherlands. And so we hold hands worldwide. And so I wish, because all of my brothers are black. All of my sisters are black. I wish that I could hold that same power and go to any straight male in Florida, you know, that has a hoodie on and say, you know what, bro, let me just hold hands with you. And let me go to the UK, you know what I mean? And let me hold hands with you, you know, and let me go over to Mexico to this black brother and let me hold hands with you. We wish that we could do that. I wish, and that is my prayer, that I wish that I could wake up tomorrow and if I need something from Logic, I don't care if I'm gay, black, suck dick, eat ass, fuck another nigga, you know, or wearing a dress. I can still come to Logic, Real Talk, eat black,
TMI.
T-Power.
But
you know,
the thing about it is, though, that...
Hold on. We're going to hold hands, you know what I mean? So we're going to place our money together in organizations. We're going to place our money together in businesses. We can't do that, but the gay community can.
No. Wait. See, you.
Hold on.
No, because you make it look. You packing a lot, right? And then especially if you. No, I'm just saying. Right? No homo. Wait. I'm with you, bro. Wait. So what I'm telling you, I'm with you. So let's
even understand logic.
I do. I heard you. So I'm saying now let's conversate with it. Let's conversate with it. Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
So now this is the first thing, right? All these men on this panel, I never asked them their sexual orientation. They never told me their sexual orientation. And guess what? I don't care. So now if you come to me with a business, okay, I don't know shit. I never met now one of these men in real life. I don't know what they do. So now, V, with all due respect, let the men talk this out. So now, all right, now
was that a sexist comment?
So now you gonna come up here, run her shit? Hell no, women's empowerment.
No, wait, stop.
Women's empowerment.
He's not addressing the women. He's addressing the men. He's not addressing you guys. No, he's not. This is his thing. He's not addressing you. No, he's not addressing you. Every comment he says, every comment he made, he's talking about heterosexual men. So let me address this with him. I understand. Hold on 1 minute. Now, like I'm telling him, I never asked E Black his sexual orientation. I never asked Real Talk, and I never asked you. I would not know your sexual orientation unless you told me your sexual orientation. And then I would tell you this, you're wrong, because I will do business with you. I don't care what you do behind your closed doors. So now, back to the question I asked you that you didn't answer because everybody let you skate with that. Why is this an issue for it being against heterosexual men when DaBaby is the first one, but I can name you multiple women that has done this?
Thank you. So I'm actually glad you stated the point of doing business. The reason why partnerships, what makes a partnership strong, and the strength of a partnership is a relationship, a friendship. And so most business partners that go into businesses, are friends, they go to brunch together, drink together. So you mentioned business, which is helping you, but name how many straight Black men will actually forge a relationship or a friendship with a gay person.
Bro,
and
we
so
don't care. What you doing is you see you're isolating yourself. I'm not isolating you.
Isolate them.
No, I'm not.
We're not isolating them.
He's doing this.
No, we do
I'm not
not.
isolating him. He's telling me, no, he's telling me what straight Black men do. No, he's telling me, no, like I said, why don't y'all go take a chill pill? What he's telling me now, he's telling me what straight Black men will do. And I'm saying no. And then, but he's keep pushing it that this is what straight Black males do. And I'm saying, I won't care what you do. I don't care what you do behind your door. If you got the best business plan, you need to hit me up. But you keep pushing it and saying, like, you're trying to belittle straight Black men. That's what you've been doing the whole time.
Yes, because it's isolation.
Hold on, Logic. This is hold on, Logic. No, Logic. Hold on. Let me tell him. Hey, let me tell Mike something. This is how most straight Black men think. We don't care what you do. We don't care if you're gay, straight, or not. Just do not come to me with it. Respect my space. I respect your space. That's how we feel. That's how we think. We always thought like that. We don't care what you do. Just don't put it on us. That's it. That's how we always felt.
Exactly.
Real talk and logic.
And the same thing will go with females, in my opinion. The same thing with females.
Going back to the business side, and you say, I don't care what you do. So if I go to someone and I'm working with a racist white man, but I benefit from it, from the money and everything, but I know he may not like me, there will always be tension in that. So I'm not talking about business relationships. I'm talking about actual just solid relationships, going out for friendship, basketball, restaurants, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Real talk. Coming to you about the whole thing, I'm gonna be honest. Me, I'm not attracted to none of y'all on this camera. And so we hear all the time.
What the fuck is this got to do with the conversation?
This is
bullshit.
I'm explaining it. And what I would love in our community is for comprehension and patience, which I don't think we have. But what I'm saying is that
Mike, I think there's a point that's kind of. Hold on, can I get a clear mic, please? Without interruption. I think the point of a lot of people is like you're kind of deflecting on a question. The point that they're trying to say is, why is it okay for Black women to make derogatory comments towards the gay community and not have no repercussion, while black, straight, heterosexual men can make the exact same verbatim comment and have repercussions?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
If we can get that question out, I think we can get on a straighter line in this conversation.
Okay, perfect. I would love to answer that. I think it goes back is that our relationship with women are much stronger. And no, please, let me tell you. Listen, you must learn to just listen, okay?
Bro, but you put shit out on us. Just make your point. You don't gotta put us in this.
Hold on. Listen, what I'm saying is that a perfect example.
No, hold on, wait, V. You keep muting me, but you keep attacking us. We having a conversation. Now, what you're doing is number one. We having a conversation with you. You said we were crying. Bro. Now fuck that. This nigga been attacking us since we got up here.
You want me to answer the question?
Wait. Look, I'm trying to let y'all have those discussions as men because y'all don't want the women chiming in, okay? And that's fine. But at the same time, right, if we're not allowed to chime in and we have a similar mindset or we're thinking similarly, then you guys also need to don't group and attack. Okay?
He's the one that group in. What are you talking about? He's the one that group
in. If I could say something, please. If I could say something.
Let me finish.
Hey, hold on.
So, because otherwise, I'm going to keep on interrupting and you ain't going to have your man-on-man conversation. But at the end of the day, women are a part of this discussion too. This is a panel called Battle of the Sexes. Women and men. But we're trying to respect and let y'all have your conversation that you want to have. But what I'm not going to do is allow it to be an attack either.
Wait, but this.
What you mean he attacking us? What the fuck? And you letting it happen? What the hell? This shit is crazy, man.
Is this
all right? Okay,
so wait, Mike, wait.
And he finished his statement. He said 5 words, and then y'all cut him off.
I think
I know you ain't talking, E-Black.
My question's gonna help.
I am talking.
My question's gonna help.
That you have for gay men. 5 words, and you're already cutting me off. It shows you have no respect for me at all.
No, wait. Logic.
No respect.
Mike.
5 words, and you immediately cut me off. This is an issue. This is an issue. And it is an issue in our community that must be addressed.
No, the issue is here's the issue. No, here's the
you're already cutting me off.
I want to hear his point. I'm trying to hear because I'm seeing what he's saying. He got some point. He got some point.
Hold on, Andrea. Damn. No, stop the bullshit. The issue is
no respect.
When he said
what the fuck?
When he said that the gay community out there lobbying, I was right when I said that, and the black community is not.
Okay, cool. Whatever. Cool.
I was right when I said they're out there marching. I was right when I was out there paying checks.
Mike was saying something. Mike was saying something, right? And
so I'm going to finish my statement
just
with
clarity
respect for gay men without being cut off. So finishing my statement, the relationship and partnerships with women, and especially black women, are much stronger. And the reason why, my best friend, which is a black female of like over 15 years, I can walk up to her and say, yo, bitch, did you see what happened yesterday? And the context is not going to be as offensive because even though I'm saying bitch and I'm calling her bitch, it is not a derogatory statement. If a straight male comes and he says, yo, bitch, did you see what happened? It's a different context. And so when women, because
that's relationship.
It's because the gay guy considers himself as a female.
This is not right.
It's because the gay guy considers himself as a female. So he figured he can speak to a woman like that and her not be offended by the bitch comment.
Exactly, because both of y'all like dick, so y'all got something in common that I don't have. I'm being honest.
Myself as a male, I still have my dick and suck dick, so I don't see myself as a female at all. still have my dick and go suck dick tomorrow. I'm not cutting my dick off. So I don't see anything about me as a female to correct that statement. But going back, because we have stronger relationships with women. So if your friend of 15 years say something offensive, you're going to have more patience with a friend of 15 years than a friend of 6 months that you met. So Cardi B was wrong. She was completely wrong. But she has did more for the gay community. So do we cancel her off of where she was completely wrong? She has no support from me. Her statement was wrong. It was completely wrong. I do not stand by it. Everything she said was wrong. For those, W-R-O-N-G, all caps. It was wrong. But she has did more for the gay community. And she has a better partnership and a better relationship. So in my eyes,
because she is bisexual.
Her.
She is bisexual. That's why she does more for the gay community. She's bisexual.
Okay.
And she says it all the time.
Can we unpack this? Can we unpack?
Demonis, you sound very angry. I don't know if somebody has.
Yeah,
This
conversation is good. No, I'm not angry.
Okay,
I'm not angry. I'm trying to speak louder because I didn't know if y'all can hear me with my earplugs. I'm not angry at all.
We also can't see you, so I'm sorry. But can we unpack what she said? Black women. He said.
Well, let's start with
wait. Let me
hold up. You disrespecting the heterosexual male. Let him speak. You remember now we got we based on equality. I'm gonna give you the same energy that you give us. Let him speak. Go ahead. I'm sorry, you black.
So to the black women in this panel, he said that black gay men have a better relationship than straight men, black men.
He's right with that.
Is that true?
Yes.
They listen to us.
They listen to us.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
And I'm going to prove that to be so.
Okay. No. That's
Can you repeat it? Can you repeat the question?
I'm answering the question. I'm answering the question. You said, do black men have respect, whatever. I have been friends with Mike Brown for a long time. Does he listen to me all the time? No. Why?
And I'm sorry.
And he is a black,
I'm sorry.
gay. He just does not listen. So we can't say that black gay men are being listened better than straight men. They don't.
My experience with them,
to his point,
have a conversation with them without them cutting me off.
That black women have a better relationship with gay men than black men. That is absolutely true. Because gay men do our hair, gay men probably do our nails, gay men tell us what to wear sometimes. Come on now, tell the truth. They came a devil.
We're not saying that to do with a relationship. They just
we have a better relationship with them than they do.
My partner is straight. He can tell me what
we don't have a good relationship with straight men either. But I'm just saying, like, as a friend, if we're gonna have friends or whatever, I think that we can get along with gay black men as well as we can get along with straight black men. And I do feel that the relationship is a little easier with gay black men because I do feel that a lot of the times they listen and they give us they do advise us pretty well.
Black men don't listen now.
Guys don't.
Okay.
So black
don't.
Right, so let me switch it. So let me I'm sorry. I'm trying my hardest because you guys are screaming over each other. And I'm just really trying to get a good point across. Okay, so black men.
Question. I was still answering it, but go ahead.
Okay, we got. I'm sorry, V. I'm sorry. So black men, how do we feel when we hear that a gay man is easier to get along with the women that we are constantly pursuing and we are in relationship with that we feel are allies?
We don't care. We don't care.
Don't give a fuck at all.
This is my whole point I've been making to the brother, right? Okay, hold up. That's why I say we don't care. My whole point to the brother, right? And then, like I said, during this conversation, nobody has attacked gay men, but multiple times on this platform, you made it a direct attack against straight men.
Yeah.
So now Wait, hold on, wait. Just let me finish. Okay,
hold
up, wait.
Don't disrespect the straight black man.
Come on now.
Don't
Now,
interrupt, gay man.
Now you see how that go though. But
the heterosexual is talking.
Yeah.
It works both ways.
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like to play them games, right? You should be able to interrupt me, whether you straight, gay, you know what I'm saying, you're transgender, it doesn't matter. So, like I'm saying, it's everything that you brought to attention. You could have came up here and had this conversation without identifying yourself as a gay man, because you're a man. So we're going to value your opinion like we're going to value the opinions of everybody else. So what happened is that you came up here, you made sure you identified that you like sucking dick, you like licking asses, which I was trying to figure out what they got to do with anything. What? Hold up.
And then, it has nothing to do with
I mean, and then like what I'm saying is, how do that validate your points you're making? Because I would still listen to you as a man, because this is the first thing you got to realize. Hold on 1 minute. Let me just get this out to the brother, so we can get on an even playing field. I have nothing against you. Is that the points you made was against me, and you constantly made the points. But if I were to sit here and say everything you were saying, you was crying like a bitch and you need a pillow, everybody on this panel would have went off on me. But you did that to us.
And they laughed at it. They laughed about it.
I don't think I called you a bitch.
You said you crying.
He said it. He said it.
No, I'm saying no, but he did say we was crying and we whining and we need a pillow, right? You said
he
that.
He said he doesn't want anybody.
No. Okay, V. This is the thing. This is the thing, V. This is a good conversation. Sometimes you gotta like pull yourself back and let the man have come. See, look, you see in this whole conversation, right? No. Watch it. No, I'm just saying, because his attacks was directly going at the straight man.
But can I also
so now, unless you're a straight man, because if a woman would have came up here and started attacking straight women, then you would have had a problem.
We would have been quiet. I just want to say one thing to what you said, Logic, and y'all can hash it out. Like I said, y'all can have say, you've been trying to stay out of it, right? My thing is, he had identified himself when he came up here so that he has firsthand knowledge of what we're discussing and we're talking about. Being that's what he lives every day, that is firsthand knowledge. Just like when we have other discussions, we say, oh, well, we've been through this or we've done that. We're identifying and letting this is my life. This is what I've lived. This is what I do. That's it. So you can't knock someone from coming up here and just identifying and letting you guys know, well, look, I'm from this. Because people do it all the time. When we're not talking about the gay, when we're not having this conversation, we do it all the time.
But that's the problem. We need to value his opinion.
He should be able to identify whatever he wants.
No, this is the thing. Without being graphic. We didn't need to and take it in the ass.
This is what I want to do, right? I want to value. Hold on. I just want to say this. I want to talk to him, right? I want to value your opinion, brother. And then now, when you sit here and you make it about being gay or whatever, like I said, I want to value your opinion. And then now, to me, you know what? It'll go whatever which way it is. And I'm not going to attack you for what you do in your bedroom. I'm not going to attack you for anything. I'm going to value your opinion. So, like I said, you could have said the exact same message and it would have still been felt, because I didn't see him come and say, I'm coming from the perspective of a straight black man. I don't do that. This is just my opinion. Like I said, I don't know if real talk sexual orientation, but I don't care to ask him or E-Black. We never had conversations. I talk to real talk all the time, and I don't ask him what's his sexual orientation. But like I said, let's have this conversation, and we don't gotta attack each other, because I haven't attacked you.
Where is real talk at? Up here. Is real talk up here, Logic?
Yeah, he up here.
I'm here.
Oh, I see him now. I see him. Oh, okay, I see him now. How you doing, real talk? Okay.
I'm going to respond to that. So me stating that I don't want anyone crying on their pillow tonight. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 females on here, and we have 3, 4 men on here. So anyone is not in specific to men is not in specific to females, it's saying that I don't want anyone. But if that was an attack, I apologize. I could apologize and move on. But we don't want to beat a dead horse, you know, and do that. So I would be the bigger man and apologize and move on. Going to the reason why I identified myself as a gay black male, because if I would have came on here, one, how I look, I don't look like the ordinary type gay dude. You know what I mean? And so you would have gave me more respect if I would have came on here and not even identified who I was. I know that I would have got more respect. And the reason why I say that is because if I go to a restaurant, a 5-star restaurant, and we all know it happens to all of us, if we're dressed up or even if we go to a car dealership and we're dressed up, we get more respect. But the moment we start to identify who we are, I wanted to let you guys know, listen, what you guys are talking about, I have lived both lives. So I can speak on both. I can speak on straight people because I've been married. I have a son. I can speak on gay and the HIV because I have HIV. I am black. So I am saying that, do we want people to speak from a book of what they read on Google? Or do we actually want people to speak on that are actually living it right now?
You got disrespected because you were being disrespectful.
Exactly.
And not
Thank
as
you.
a gay man, but because you were being disrespectful and separating yourself as a gay
So I would
black
like to
man.
ask the question. 2 bullet points. How was I disrespectful?
You were separating yourself. You were saying that as a black man, you know, we don't look at, or as a gay man, we don't look at all of y'all and we find all y'all attractive and y'all are unattractive to us because you don't have X, Y, and Z. That was an attack for the straight black man. You had also said, as being a gay black man, that you were being disrespected for whatever reason, which was not the case, but you were more
And
so
you came
separating
in with
yourself
that
because
guard
you
up.
were the black man.
You came in with that fence up before anyone said anything. You already had your gate. That brick wall was already built because you
Yep.
felt as though you were going
So
to get disrespected. You came in with that wall up.
Yeah.
Mama
So we can do we can do this, brother. We can clear it up.
Hold on. I'm not finished.
Oh.
The reason why I said that, because when I came in, I probably heard 3 times, if a gay dude don't hit on me, I'm good. If a gay dude don't hit on me, and we hear that all the time, like, bro, most gay dudes look like we look good. We know.
I say that shit. I say that shit to a heterosexual man. If I wish he don't hit on me, what's the problem?
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Look, bro.
But
Watch this.
I'm saying is that
Watch this. See, I'm not going. Wait. Let me just say this to you though. Watch this. Let me say this to you.
Don't hit on me.
No, bro. We never said don't hit on us.
We're automatically
We did not. We never said that.
Look.
We never said that.
We never said.
We never said that.
No. No.
We never said that.
Look. I'm gonna clear it up for you, brother.
I did not.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you what was said, bro. I'm gonna tell you what was said. Okay. Hold on.
Okay, we'll get off the panel. That's how you feel.
But look. Watch this, bro. Hold on, man. Okay. Nobody.
We didn't say that.
Listen.
You are not listening, bro. You are not listening.
Listen. Okay. Hey, Mike.
Self-esteem issues.
Okay.
You are not listening.
Okay. Mike. We got you. But watch this.
It's self-esteem issues. Somebody saying
you still ain't listening.
Okay. We got you. But now, can you hear me out, please?
It's not an attack. We need
oh my God, let him talk, bro.
Educated terms. We can't come out and just use and
listen. You
still ain't gonna listen,
brother. Listen, okay. I got that.
Webster.
All right, Mike.
You still ain't gonna listen,
Mike. What I'm trying to get you to understand though is this, right? Look. Watch this. So now, we never said nothing about you. We didn't know nothing about you. This is what you said to us. You told us that you wasn't attracted to us. We didn't ask if you was attracted to us. You told us that there's none of these men up here that you're attracted to. So now you can't wait. Just let me finish, bro. Let me finish. See, now you can't take offense to what you did. And then now you can't take that exact same thing and turn on us. because we did not do that.
Let me tell you something. I will never turn on you. Why? Because we march for black men, black women. And even after this conversation, if somebody dies tomorrow, guess what? It's our political power fighting for you. Now, I want to see how
fighting for us, fighting for us.
Fight.
Oh, wait, that's something right there. You keep saying we. You keep saying we, us,
you don't see yourself as a black man right now. You see yourself as a gay man.
Have you marched for any transgender? Have you marched for any gay person? Have
you know you don't even know me? How do you know me?
I actually have 3 first cousins that's male and just as feminine as they want to be, and I love them to death. But they don't separate me from the rest of the cousins. It ain't no we, us, or whatever. They don't separate me.
Hold on.
I love them to death.
Hey, let him finish because I want to get this out.
Or a man? I mean, a male or a female?
Who?
Joanna. Who was speaking earlier?
I'm a female, a heterosexual female. Since you want to put those titles on it,
you saw her turn her camera on.
I'll turn my camera back on right now.
Yeah,
I'm a heterosexual female right here.
Right now. I'm coming back to
my
black men. Thank you. I'm coming back to my black men. Thank you, Joanna, for identifying yourself. Coming back to my black men. Who was the last transgender you marched for? Who was the last gay person you marched for? You probably don't even know a name of a person that was murdered.
Okay, hold on. Let me answer this question, right? Let me answer this question. So no, wait. Hold on. No, wait.
We can name multiple people.
Okay,
he asked the question. Let him answer it.
The question. Let me answer it. Right? Do you want my answer? Because now you assumed everything, correct? When I was in Hawaii, I was in the military. I served 22 years in the military. They introduced Army.
What was your MOS?
74 Delta.
That's good to hear.
Okay, see, but fuck all that. But now let's get to this. The thing is that Hawaii was the hub for the transgender experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now what they did is all the people that identified as transgender, we had sensitivity training. So now they push all the transgenders to Hawaii, right? A lot of people, and this is what you don't understand. It was mostly women that was against the whole thing. And then me, myself, I stood up and I said, whether I agree with what they're doing with their bodies, because the protocol changed. It was special protocol for transgenders. Even if I didn't agree, I said we got to respect their decision as a human.
Mm-hmm.
That's first. So now when I see you making your talking points, you make your talking points and you said it many times. You identify yourself as a gay black male. But what you got to understand, you was black before you was gay.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I marched for Mike Brown, Eric Gardner, Sandra.
Okay, hold on, wait. You just totally blew off my point. My point, what I'm making, is that I looked at them people as humans first.
Them people.
I looked at them.
It sounds like a white person saying to black people as you people.
And just like you said, wait, hold on, real talk. And just like you said us.
You people.
And just like you said us.
Yes. Exactly. So
I'm gonna give you that's a valid point. No, that's a valid point though. But you cannot get mad at me for doing the same thing you did. Because I did say they, but you did say us. Am I correct?
And I came back.
He said us, them, and y'all. He said us, them, and y'all.
Look, bro, come on. Don't nobody can attack you. Nobody can attack you. But this is what it is, right? If you wanna, okay.
I could hold hands with straight men around the world. I said that multiple times. So I did not just leave it as a cliffhanger.
You did. You said us multiple times. You said they. You said them. But see, I don't want to hang on that. But what I'm saying, my whole point is this. Do you identify? And I'm listening to you from your conversations. You identify yourself as a gay black man. And then now I'm gonna just give you a word of advice. If you want to break through to the other side, because you already identified as the other side. So if you want to break through the other side, how about you identify yourself as a black man that's gay? And then now you can see here, and then it'll correlate better, and then the conversation will go easier. But if you say I'm a gay black man all the time, you placing a divide up there every time.
Okay.
And I respect you for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I respect you for
Right
getting on
now,
these panels, and I respect
like
that.
You are being controlling
What the hell?
because you cannot.
What the hell did that come from?
And
God
where they
damn.
place their adjectives
Oh,
in.
snaps.
So you're telling me where I can place my adjectives. That is control. So
That's
now
not control.
you're placing me back in a slavery mentality to telling me that
What
you
the
need to do
hell?
this and you need to do this. So now you're not controlling where I should place my adjectives as an American.
Oh my God. Are you serious right now?
I am very serious.
Listen, let me tell you
You're telling
something.
me where
Now,
you're telling me
on.
where I should place my adjectives. And adjectives is when you actually
He wasn't telling you to. He didn't tell you to do anything. He said maybe if you do this, that's what he was saying. He didn't tell you, well, you better do this. He said if you do
but
this,
gay
then
black
we can
and black gay male is the same exact thing, right?
No, listen, bro.
If I say
You must
gay
not understand
black
the
male
power
and
of
black
how
gay
you
male, it's
say
the same
words,
exact
bro.
thing. But
No,
you're
it is the
telling
same
me-
thing. It is the
You're
same
telling
thing.
me-
Listen. No, listen.
Say, you need to do what I. You need to do.
That's
what I
not what
want
he
you to do.
said. That's not what he said. Listen.
That's very controlling. It is very controlling.
That's not okay. You can't sit there and say he's doing something and then just run with that. You got to explain how he did it. And that's not what he did. That's crazy.
He said instead of saying a gay black male, next time say black gay male. So what I need to do is I need to switch my adjectives around.
No, you came up here and said,
my
I'm a
God.
gay black
If I have
man
1 + 1
with
=
AIDS,
2,
is what you
or
said.
2 +
I'm a
1
black
=
gay
2,
man with AIDS.
You're
That was
telling
too
me
much
instead of saying
information.
3 + 1 = 2, I need to say 1 + 3 = 2. So anybody that knows,
No, all you had to do is say, hello, panel. How you doing? My name is Mike.
You are now controlling me because
This shit is crazy.
any mathematician will say 1 + 3 is 4, 3 + 1 is 4. It's the same exact thing. But you're
You
not
should have just
controlling
said, hello, panel.
how
I'm
I
Mike. How
should
y'all doing? And we
as
would have said, hey,
an
Mike, how
American.
you doing? We would have
That's
knew you was
controlling.
gay. We would have knew you had AIDS. All we would have
You're not
known is you was black because you're on camera.
controlling.
But we would have knew you had AIDS. We would have knew you was gay.
Okay, all right. Can we get past this point because
And
y'all
that's
just
what
going
I'm
around and
have now. And
Yes.
since you guys cannot control, which is why gay black people or black gay people have separated themselves from so much because you guys want to control.
You separated yourself,
That's
correct? Didn't you just say you separated yourself, correct? We didn't separate y'all. Y'all separated yourself.
So
That's the whole point. That's the point.
The reason why.
you give me a header and a PDF and you email it to me on how I should speak. And I will take that PDF and switch words around to make sure that I compliment you, Logic.
Okay, so this is gonna be
Michael
a bitching contest the whole time?
Mike Brown, your point has been made several times. We can move on from this. The
Thank
fact still
you.
remains that you came and separated yourself when you identified yourself as such. So with that being said, we will move on. The question has been answered, has it not? Or no, Logic, has your question been answered by Mike directly?
Nope, he still didn't answer that question, but I'm gonna leave it alone. It doesn't matter. Go ahead, we can move on.
So just to summarize, what I was trying to really get to the point of is that the reason why the gay men do not or have a better relationship with women is because they see themselves as equal, or am I mixing it right? Or do they see themselves as a better relationship?
I don't even care no more, to be honest.
Okay. Well, the whole point of what I'm...
We can move on. I'm done. It's 2.5 hours in. I'm done with this live, man. Let's wrap this shit up. Shit, I'm done with this. Final thoughts. Shit.
Oh no! See, this is the thing, right? See, look, wait. I'm not.
This shit is stupid.
But I know. But even though
y'all done talked the whole damn time, and y'all want to control the narrative. Like, come on, man. Let's get to some real conversation.
Yeah, but this is what we gotta realize.
Y'all didn't address the whole bunch of nothing, and then y'all want to tell a man how to talk about.
Yo, what are you talking about? You first of all, listen. Hold on, E-Black. Listen, hold on. Whoa, hold on, E-Black. Hold on. Somebody was up here earlier. Joanna was up here trying to get to her point, and you cut her off. So what the hell is you talking about? You can't sit there and tell people what to do.
I cut her off because
when you did the exchange. No, I don't care what you did.
I cut her off because
no, E-Black. Damn that. It don't matter what you did. It don't matter why you did it. The fact is you did it. It don't matter why you did it. It don't fucking matter. You did it, so you can't complain about what you did. You did the same thing.
So I stopped the person from talking for 4 minutes about stuff that we cannot verify.
It don't fucking matter, bro. You can't sit there and complain and you do the exact same thing, bro. Stop that. That's dumb. That's ignorant.
All right, man. Y'all, like I said, man, y'all can
Are we done with this live? I'm gonna go ahead and roll out, man. I'll holler at y'all.
Oh shit, man. Look, hey, it's not that serious. Like I understand.
It really ain't.
I understand the perspective of where y'all coming from in this though. But like I said, I don't know about you guys, but I can respect this level of conversation coming from Mike Brown.
Me too.
So I mean, and then people can say what they want to say. Like this is, I mean, hey, I can respect this conversation. If it don't go the way I assumed it'll go, I can still respect that conversation, because hopefully the next couple of conversations I can have with Mike Brown, he can gain some kind of understanding and I can gain some understanding.
One thing, when you have a resume and you're applying for a job, because you stated that.
So we're not going to do that. It's been said. We're done. We're going to move on. No, sir. We're done. We're done. We're done.
No. He don't know who he's talking to. Let him talk about my resume.
I know, and it's going to go longer than what it needs to be. So we can stop that right here, right now.
I want him to talk about my resume.
No, sir.
Hey, you keep, but no, the thing is you keep taking shots and you don't even know me, brother.
Right, and so that's why we're not going to continue on here, because it's going to be shot for shot. So we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Michael Brown. Michael Brown. We are done. We are done. We are done.
Can the host speak now? Can the host allow us to chime in?
Hey, Mike Brown, email me your total net worth, Mike Brown.
And what I was going to say, that if you have a resume, you probably have 5 different resumes. One person is a pianist.
This isn't your show. This show belongs to Candidly Vee. Thank you.
So did we lose anyone? I'm sorry. I'm back up, you guys. I'm sorry. What I was trying to do, I was trying to put my back camera on. Okay, because I wanted to show you guys something with it. Okay, then. All right, then. Let me set up. Go ahead. Let's move on then.
Yes, ma'am.
So guys, we've come.
Wait, how y'all doing? How y'all doing on this Sunday?
Final thoughts. We are gonna go around and do our final thoughts. So, Andrea Lynch, what is your final thought?
Oof, baby. Okay, back to baby, because this was a topic about baby. Okay, should he be canceled or not? Okay, no, baby should be canceled. But what he said was disrespectful, and he has consequences to pay for it. Okay, and I don't think everybody is trying to tear down a black man. I am so sick and tired of hearing that bullshit. And to me, if black men want to get their shit together, maybe let's get their shit together, okay? And I respect Mike for coming on here saying how he feels. Okay, Mike, I respect you, brother. You're doing your thing. Keep it up, okay? That's all I got to say.
Black?
Black first.
Sorry, I'm like hurt, but you know, it was a good conversation. You know, I was hoping that we'd get deeper into a lot of things, but essentially, you know, when as a black man you speak about certain topics, you're going to get the most repercussions, and groups of people are going to attack you. And this is another situation in which, you know, a black man speaks about an issue, his words get conflated, and then it becomes all about what he says. You know, what he said was really not as big. I think on the HIV/AIDS thing, he was probably being a little insensitive in terms of probably the audience that was actually present, because we are in a pandemic, and you know, there's other stuff going on, and also HIV and AIDS is probably a sensitive topic, obviously, for a lot of people. Also, venereal diseases are sensitive, but essentially, do I think he should be canceled? No, but this is how this culture has been kind of gearing us towards, is canceling people. He's losing money on stuff that really is insignificant. I'm hoping that we as a community can learn from this and use our collective power to use our forces to start canceling people. But we can't even cancel Gucci. So I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future for us as a community. So learn, be better. That's it.
Janita?
Oh, he left. I want to hear his final thoughts. Let him back in.
I think
wait, who left? Oh, Mike Brown left. Oh, he'll be in the comments. My final thoughts are, I'm not gonna, like I said, every time I say anything, it's my opinion. I'm speaking from my personal perspective. I don't want this to be a us-them thing, to be divided, because we're all black at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, we all still black. And by the statements that were being made, us, them, y'all, whatever, it just put me back into a different mind state. It's like, who are you with, or what are you doing? Until I get more educated on this, I probably need to stop speaking on it, because I am not, in that community. So I might need to just probably sit back and get more educated on it. But also I am allowed to have my opinion, and I think it's gone too far. I know I'm long-winded, but this is the last statement. I was going through my Facebook while we were talking, and I saw a post that came up, and it was like a little goofy post, and it says, "Good morning, my petties. Can the LGBTQ community get my food stamps stopped and my SSI check stopped if I say something bad about them?" It was a joke, but you see how far it went? Now we don't have a voice. It was a joke post, but it's not a joke, because we're not allowed to say anything about that community. So that's my final thoughts.
Okay, thank you. Nita?
May I go last?
I didn't hear you. Oh, there you go. Oh, you want to go last?
Yes, please.
Logic?
Now, I know you got nothing to make me go before Mike Brown. I want to go after him. The fuck?
Mike Brown? Final thoughts? Can you hear? I don't think he's
It's your turn to speak.
It's your turn to speak, Mike. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I don't think he could. Logic?
All right, I'm gonna go. Look, check this out. This is the thing, right? On the topic of Lil Baby, I'm totally in line with E Black on this, right? And kind of with Joanna too and Mama Goddess. If we create a cancel culture for opinions, then it only a matter of time before we'll be the ones that's getting canceled for our opinions. So we need to hold that firm, because you gotta have the ability to voice your opinions. If anybody stop you as a human from voicing your opinion, then I don't know what we have, but it won't be freedom. And on the note with the brother Mike Brown, brother, it's nothing but respect. Like I said, I attempted to come in this conversation with respect. So maybe we can break some of that ground that you alluded to don't exist. I look at you first as a black man or gay black man, whatever you want to say, it doesn't matter. But just like any other thing, I address the similarities first so we can have that commonality, so we can open up that dialogue. It's nothing but respect for you. And I hope you come back, because now I'm coming back. I hope you come back. And it's nothing but love to all the people on the panel. E Black, Real Talk, Andrea Lynch, Mama Goddess, and Kennedy, especially Candidly Vee. Because I got to call her after this live. Because if she telling me she got a better relationship than me, I got a bone to pick with her. I got a bone to pick with you, baby. All right, go ahead. I'm on.
Mike Brown.
Logic, I first want to address you and say that I sincerely apologize if you felt any attack, because my goal is to never attack someone that looks like me. And sometimes we have to fight for ourselves and being gay as well. So I will fight for both of us and say, you know what, that I sincerely apologize. And my only prayer is that for those that stated they are not educated on the gay community, for me, I know everything about the Black community from 400 years ago. I am extremely educated about it. And so I just hope that you take that and learn about Blacks, about gay men, and not even about gay men, about your gay sister, your gay cousin, your gay niece, your gay uncle, your gay grandmother, and take that, because we should not be this divided. And my only prayer is that the same unison we have with the gay community, let's bring that as Black people, and let's use our power together, and let's use it and just come together. That is the only thing that I ask for. So I sincerely apologize if you felt attacked, but I was trying to explain the reason why I wanted to explain who I was, because people state they're an organist, a pianist, a singer, a teacher, a dancer, a basketball player, a coach, and they separate themselves from being a police officer to being a firefighter. And they're doing the same exact thing. So I wanted to come in to say that I want to separate myself, say that I am a gay Black male with HIV that knows exactly what is going on. So if that came off as an attack to all of my beautiful Black men and women, I sincerely apologize. And I love you all.
Nita?
Hey, can everybody read my screen? I don't know if y'all can see it or not. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
To the point of the topic for tonight, I do not think that DaBaby needs to be canceled. I think what he said about HIV was ignorant, and he maybe needs to be more educated on that subject. I don't think the things that he said about men sucking dick in a parking lot or women's pussy smelling like water was something to be in outrage and uproar about, because in the rap culture, this is the things that they talk about. I don't think that he needs to be held accountable for what he said, because he is an entertainer and not a leader or a pillar in our community as a leader. He is an entertainer, and that's what entertainers do.
Okay. These final thoughts. So on DaBaby, I just want to say that should he be canceled? No. I'm against the whole cancel culture situation. I just don't like that word. But I do believe when you are a public figure, you are looked at a certain way. People are looking at you as role models, whether you're in hip hop or not. Everybody needs to be held to the same standard as somebody that is in public office. So with that being said, I feel that there are always consequences to your actions. And if that means that you lose out on some deals and you lose out on money, then so be it. Those are the consequences for your actions. I always believe that we should never disrespect. Disrespect is a big thing for me. I don't like it. So I just don't believe that we should be disrespectful, but we always can not agree. Being able to disagree is fine, but we just need to respect each other's opinions in a respectful manner. That is how I like to handle things. That's how I like to deal with things. Also, to all the straight men that are on the panel today, I just want to say, I love y'all. There was no disrespect to y'all. You know, I just feel that, you know, sometimes you got to even the playing field a little bit, okay? But I love you guys. And I love you guys just as much as I love the LGBTQ community. And I actually really, really wish there wasn't a divide. I think that we need to have more conversations like this where we can try and open up and for people to get on the same path and the same side of each other, and we can understand opinions of where people are coming from. I think these conversations are very needed, and it's just a candid situation. It's just something that has to happen. So, you know, I wish we wasn't a divided community, because at the end of the day, we're all Black, but I understand it. So with that being said, guys, we have kept you guys here long enough. I want to say thank you to every person that came up here, Mr. Juana, Mike Brown, Derek Williams. Was anybody else that clicked the link today?
Real talk, everybody.
Logic.
Yeah.
I just want to say,
hey, V, can I apologize to you? V, can I apologize to you before we end this live? I just want to make this public.
Sure, just let me finish this. I just want to say thank you guys all for your opinions and coming up. I really
put my ears to the
screen on listening. The panel do appreciate it and we respect it all the time. And to every single person that is down in the chat, thank you guys so much for being a part of tonight's conversation. I really appreciate and love every single one of you guys. Please double check that you guys hit that thumbs up on your way out. And if you feel that you know somebody that needs to hear this live, please feel free to share it out with friends and family after it's gone up by tomorrow. Guys, also, don't forget everybody's entrepreneurs up here on the screen. So make sure you check out everybody's shops and stores and things down in the description box down below. I would really, really appreciate it. Logic.
Yeah. You ready for this apology? You ready?
Logic.
I belong to you. I give all my love to you.
And with that, everyone, I love you guys. Have a safe night. We'll see you Thursday night for ladies' night. Bye, everyone.